What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday. And guess what? It's my episode now, bitches. Can we say bitches?
Sure.
All right, cool.
I thought this was like a friendly show.
PG.
PG-13, you can say the F word at least once.
No, actually, USA, you're going to be able to say the bad words now. The F words and all that.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Getting hardcore.
Yeah, I think we are. getting hardcore with it. So let's go into it. So what have you guys been up to since the last episode? This is not your nerd out. We're just talking about our personal lives because we like to think people care.
Nah, really nothing.
Nothing?
Trying to survive because
my
wife's been sick and the kids have been kind of crazy. So.
How about you, Sonny?
Just
Okay, guys, you really aren't going to talk about the bar that you guys went to?
Yeah, but that's part of the fucking nerd out.
No,
man.
that's not a nerd out, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's just a hangout.
So
Fine.
Frank and I went to this pop-up bar in Chicago.
Was it really a pop-up bar? You know what a pop-up bar is?
Yeah. Yeah.
It pops out of nowhere.
The actual bar, the actual pop-up part was in the back.
Okay.
Well, this is an existing bar, but they do events and stuff.
And what was the bar's name?
It's called Replay in Lincoln Park.
Oh, that's what it was. Isn't that the arcade bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an arcade bar in Chicago, Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's called Replay.
Cool.
All the games are free. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
What were they? Why did you guys head out there?
They have a Rick and Morty, like Blips and Shits or something event. They had Stranger Things back, like 6 months ago?
Not
This
there,
was
but
Oh, okay, I was gonna say this.
Oh, it
wasn't
wasn't the same
bar.
place.
No,
No,
I
sorry.
think that was a legit
That was my
pop-up bar.
yeah.
Yeah, but then they got a cease and desist.
Yeah.
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 So
but,
this one had handmade the decor of Rick and Morty stuff all over the bar. They were playing the best of Rick and Morty on TV screens. They had Rick and Morty themed drinks.
Yeah.
Way too expensive for my blood, but they look pretty good.
So was
And
the
they had
whole
skee
bar?
ball there.
They
Was
had
the
a
whole bar thing?
No, it was like the back of the bar. So it was like
The back of the bar.
No, it
or
was
the
like,
back of the place.
There's like a main area, then there's like this back like lounge, but
Yeah,
it was
which-
super crowded, man. Like
Yeah.
the bar itself had like a wave of like 30 people in front of it. You can't even get up to it. Like at the end when we were trying to leave, there's like a merch bar where they have shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
And-
bar was selling shirts.
Yeah, they
Like-
had you know the
Rick
Chicago
and Morty shirt? Oh,
the
okay.
Chicago blue and red, the little
Chicago
stars.
flag.
Yeah, whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. But they replaced that with Rick's head, like a silhouette of his hair, like the points on his hair.
You should have taken pictures of that. Did you get pictures?
Sonny bought it for his sister, my cousin.
Well, I didn't see any
Also.
pictures on the Facebook. Three Nerds on Sunday.
You put them up.
I put
No,
some,
but of the T-shirt. I would have
Oh.
loved to see the T-shirt.
oh, he like grabbed it and stuck it like in his pocket and like
Let's go.
like if somebody was gonna steal it or something.
We're like reporters. We have to go out there and
Well, yeah.
take the dirty and all
Well, because
that.
probably it took us like
We'll put us a
almost
picture
20
of it.
minutes to get up to the bar because it takes like
Dude,
5
there was,
minutes
I'm
to make
telling
a
you,
drink.
there was a wave of like 40 people in front of it. Like they were protecting Sparta or something, man. Like they were like
I like how you did the little spot.
Sparta.
Yeah, a little-
They're in front of it. And we're like trying to get in. And, like these people ordering like 6 of the what are they called? Like Rick
It was like the,
margaritas or like
Rickamita.
It was like the
Ricaitas. So is it worth going? Like, should our listeners, if they live in Chicago, go? When is it going to end first? Do you know?
I think it's the
February
4th. No, the 12th.
11th,
I
I
think.
thought.
I was going to say the 4th is
February
today.
11th.
Yeah, so it's like the 11th or 12th is ending, so it's coming up pretty
Okay,
quick.
it's worth it, but you have to be able to do other stuff besides just the Rick and Morty area
Yeah.
because it's super crowded and you can barely do anything back there. So like, just go check it out, play the skee ball, and like try to get some merch and try the drinks. But then there's a whole other bar to do. So like, we were in the other bar area most of the time. They still
Bar's
had
really
like
good.
some Rick and Morty stuff over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had another bar with some merch and TV. They're playing Rick and Morty on TV. They're also playing like a
Wrestling?
bunch of cool. Yeah, they
It
had,
was
like,
awesome.
some old like Shawn Michaels wrestling, and then they had Rick and Morty on all the screens. They had Empire Strikes Back, a bunch of stuff like that. The DJ was really good, man. I actually even I freaking
You brought up the DJ, and I found that so weird.
it was yeah. Well, the reason like I don't know, man. Like we were playing foosball and like
It was
these.
perfect.
There's
Was
two
it like
guys-
80s music playing?
No, it was like
No, they mixed
It was a
some
mix.
80s hits and like
it was a mix
no,
of
they went
stuff,
from
but-
like they went from like the song
Marvin Gaye to
from
System of a Down.
Wait, Marvin Gaye? What?
Yeah.
you know the
It was a good mix.
Ain't No Mountain
What?
High Enough or whatever.
Yeah.
They went from that to like System of a Down, like without breaking a sweat. Like it was just weird. But I messaged.
What Marvin
Yeah.
Gaye song?
Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
I just said.
How did it go? How did it go?
Ain't no mountain high.
And then what did it
enough.
switch into? Chop Suey?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The other one.
Which one?
I forgot, man. It's the other big System of a Down song. But anyway, we're playing foosball, and these two guys walk up, and they're like,
You want to play us?
we couldn't hear anybody because the music was pretty loud. The speaker's like right by the foosball, so he does some hand motions, and Sonny's like,
Wait, what's the hand motion?
he's like,
Try to-
he
no,
like points
no,
towards
so
the table with his
was,
hands.
He's like, "Do you guys have room for two?" We're like, "Yeah, fuck it, come on."
So
No, but
but
this guy,
how was
like-
he like pointing? We gotta say it.
He came
So was
up,
it like two hands,
It's
like
almost like-
pointing down?
yeah,
like let's
kind
do
of like
it.
that,
Go
but
down.
like pointing at the table, and then.
Is it BYOB?
But what he really wanted was.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. The System of the Down, is it BYOB?
I don't know. Angels deserve to die. La, da,
It was
da,
Chop
da,
Suey.
like
Okay,
that.
that was Chop
Okay,
Suey.
it was.
All right, keep
We
going.
suck.
Frank.
So I think what he really wanted was to play with his friend one-on-one after us, but Sonny kind of like invited him to like stand next to him and play. So then we just played 2-on-2.
So was that awkward? Like, hey, I'm gonna stand next
At
to you.
No, he
first,
said-
at first it was. Then we started playing, and then it was pretty fun.
No, he said, "You guys have room for two."
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay.
He's like, "We're not." Yeah.
So we just started over. I was winning anyway,
That's not
so
what
it
he was
didn't
saying.
matter. But it was a good time. It was definitely fun. It was just really
Pretty
crowded in the Rick and Morty
interactive.
area, but if you're willing to do other stuff too, then it's worth going.
Yeah.
But I've been to that bar before. That bar by itself is pretty cool. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. All the games are free, which I liked. We played Blitz.
Yeah,
We
Blitz.
played. We found this like Wayne Gretzky hockey. That was pretty fun.
That was really fun,
actually.
actually. Yeah.
That was a good one.
So what's the name of the bar again?
It's called Replay in Lincoln Park. We'll have a link to it.
Yes.
Probably.
LinkedIn and Lincoln Park.
Anything else? Are we gonna go straight into the nerd outs?
Why
Yeah,
not?
Let's do that.
Nerd outs. Okay, who's doing it? Who's going
Sonny can
first?
go.
I'll
Sonny.
go first. I got nothing next.
Are you
got
serious?
nothing?
Yeah, I
No,
got
you gotta have something.
I got nothing.
You gotta
You
have
haven't-
something.
You haven't watched nothing, done nothing.
Nothing
in your
really.
life?
Porn, something.
None this week.
I don't think we want to hear those stories.
I don't want to hear that.
Depends
but-
what kind of story it is.
Oh,
It's about to get kinky. Oh wait, no, that's for the news.
No, I got nothing.
Nothing.
No, no.
I'll make
Nothing
up-
at all.
Nothing this week.
Really, because
Yeah.
I let you use my Funimation, and
haven't
I
had
see
a chance
a
to watch
whole
it yet.
bunch of anime stuff.
Yeah, I haven't had
there.
a chance to watch it yet.
Like I don't even know half these shows.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
could
add
have been
anything.
me.
That was him.
That was you?
I just added him to the list.
It's your
I didn't,
account.
like-
Wow.
I don't touch. I don't add things.
So
to
you
the
have
account. I just
nothing,
watch-
man. You're gonna be a complete failure this week.
Yeah.
Any little thing.
I got two.
Well,
I can make up.
I
for
was at jury duty and I started to.
Come
read this
on.
book.
Okay,
Shut
come
up.
on.
We're moving on.
I was
dude.
reading a book. and
What
it was
book?
really good.
Reading
What
a
book?
The bottoms by my favorite author, Joe R. Lansdale.
We don't talk about books
Yeah,
on this
I
podcast.
mean,
Well, it's because you're idiots.
yeah, but you're
You
part of this
un- you
podcast. So what does that say about you?
You uneducated
All right,
animals.
cool. Anyway, what do you got, Frank?
Okay, I have two. One is short. One is not. Altered Carbon just came out on Netflix.
I've been meaning to watch this.
Yeah,
And I don't know why I don't. Oh, I know why.
Why?
I'll say it in my nerd out.
Okay. So yeah, I watched the first episode. It stars this guy named Joel Kinnaman, and if you've ever seen the new RoboCop from 2014,
Suicide Squad.
He is Alex Murphy,
He's RoboCop.
and then he's also but I mean the human's name is Alex Murphy, but he's in Suicide Squad as well, of course, and he's in House of Cards, which
Yeah,
I
there
looked
we go.
up, but I had never watched House of Cards, so I couldn't
no.
tell you.
He
Manny could probably tell
he
you.
played a young Republican.
Sure.
No. He was supposed to be like the new face of politics,
Okay.
facing
Got it.
Frank Underwood. So yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so there's another guy in it. There's really nobody who's known, but the other guy that I recognized was the guy who played Ryu in the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So no one's
Of all-
noticeable but that guy. All right. No,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
it like the main guy Hannibal?
No.
No,
You mean,
not Hannibal.
No.
No.
The guy from Fast Five, right?
Fast Five.
Who's the guy that
main
gets
guy
brought
for
back
that
to
guy?
life?
All
Well, the
No.
premise of the show is really cool, and that, like Sonny's saying, basically everybody can come back unless you die in a certain way. You can come back, and you basically get sleeved, quote unquote, into like a new body.
sounds. Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
1 to 10. We always do this.
7.5. It's worth watching.
Why isn't that the 8? Why is it the 0.5?
Yeah, so the quality is really good. You could tell they put a lot of effort into the sets, the costumes, the action is very good. The acting is not quite that good, but for you got to kind of think about it like it's supposed to meant to be a TV show. If this was on like Fox or whatever Sci-Fi channel,
this would be canceled after 2 episodes.
Like if this was on Sci-Fi channel, it would be better than like 80% of the stuff, 90% of the stuff on that channel.
Actually, the channel's gotten really good.
Yeah, no, I heard it was getting really good, but anyway, the acting is probably like the weak point, and then also the story sometimes is like kind of like get to the point, like it's 59 minutes, no commercials, no breaks. So it's
is it a movie or is it like a miniseries?
What's the problem?
It's 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But it's worth. I'm gonna keep watching it. I'll let you guys know how it continues. But so far, I like the premise and the quality was good, and I'm gonna keep watching it. So
all right,
it's good.
So you said 10 episodes, hour each.
Yeah.
Is it binge worthy?
No. You gotta kind of like watch one a day or one every couple days. I wouldn't watch them back to back.
Challenge accepted. Okay, what else?
My last one, Monster Hunter. I've been kind of going crazy on this. I went down like a rabbit hole. Like I started looking up the little freaking figures and like all the crazy stuff about it. Yeah, they have these little model dragons and stuff like that they sell in Japan or something. People are nuts over there, man. Like
whoa! You're actually gonna spend actual money and buy a toy?
No, I'm not going to, but I want to. The cheapest ones are like $20, and the most expensive are like $200 or something like that. Yeah, so people in Japan go nuts, but I'm really loving the game so far. I think you should definitely check it out. I think.
Why? Why should we check it out?
All the monsters are really unique. Like they all have their own patterns. They fight differently. They're harder to beat. And then every time you kill one, you get unlocks for different weapons and different armor. So like if you kill one that has feathers or something, you'll get like a cape or something that has feathers, or you could upgrade your weapon to have different types of properties and stuff. But I'm just really liking it. I mean, it's a really good bang for your buck. There's no microtransactions or any loot boxes and crap like that, and it's a lot to play. There's probably like hundreds of hours worth of stuff in there, so really liking the game. You guys should check it out.
What's making you play it so much? Like, why is this considered a nerd out?
Yeah, I think it's.
What do you notice that's dragging you back in every single time?
I think the depth of it, because you can make it as shallow or as deep as you want. Like if you want to spend 10 hours on your garden and make like build it up to a point where you could make potions, then you could, or you could just find the stuff in the world, not even bother with like the RPG parts of it. So you could kind of tackle it from both ways, but there's a lot of stuff to get into. Like I like all the customization, like the armor smithing and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's just really cool. The monsters is really the most fun part, because you could actually, like, there's a lot of different types of wildlife. Like there's some that are passive, like there'll be like crazy like lizards and stuff like that, but you could capture them and then you can put them in you have like your own room back at the base where you can let them, they just walk around in your room and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
It's like your pet.
And then there's like passive animals, like vegetarian animals that just are going about their business, and you could kill them and like take their like scales, and then you can make armor out of it, or you could just leave them alone and keep going. And then there's the real aggressive animals, like the dragons and the boss animals and stuff like that.
So when you're working, do you think about playing this game?
Yeah,
So what part of it do you think about? Like when I'm at home, like I was playing Dragon Ball. And you let me borrow it, and I would, or not even Dragon Ball, let's say Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I would want to get into it because I want to load up my guns and all that. So what part of it for you drags you back into this?
To me,
this game?
It's discovering the new creatures that you're going to fight, and then figuring out like what pieces you're going to get from their bodies after you kill them, and what new weapons I can get from that. So it's like that cycle, like going to find a new creature. You got to hunt it. Each one is different because you got to learn how to fight it. Like one of them is underwater, so he can dive underwater.
That's cool.
This other one has like.
Does he pop up for like air? Is that how you found him?
He
no?
No, he swam up and he tried to like eat me or something. So I
that's what it is.
And then there was another one that's like mud.
So wait. So they just come up and like try to eat you? Is there like a warning system, or you're like walking and all of a sudden, pah?
You have missions, and then so like one mission will be go find this monster because he's destroying our rations, or he won't let us get the ingredients for something. So you have to track him first. Like you have these little fireflies with you that track stuff, so they'll point out stuff. Like they'll find like plants and stuff like that. And then they'll also find tracks. So you go and you look at the tracks, and you have to find like enough tracks and keep exploring. And then you finally find where the monster is, and then you get like a little scene. It basically just, it's still like, it's not a cutscene because it's still, you're still able to like move the camera and stuff, but the monster comes out and then you get like 2 seconds to react, and then he might either lunge at you or he might do something. You have like 2 seconds literally to react.
Post some of the pictures that you took. I know you, and these aren't like professional pictures, like professional screenshots.
Not at all.
But he took pictures of it, and the first one I saw, I was like, "Whoa, that's not a screenshot. That's an actual picture of it." So the trailer, I mean, not the trailer, but the graphics really look well done. How about that little guy that comes with you?
Oh yeah. So the little guy is called a palico or a palico or something. It's a little cat, and this is where like the Japanese part comes out. Like this is like the cute
culture
little
of Japan.
Yeah, this is like a cute little cat.
They love cats.
Like a companion that you can customize. So you can change his fur color, like his eyes, his whiskers, his ears.
Does it talk to you?
Yeah, he can talk to you.
Is it a boy or girl?
I think you can choose.
Okay.
And then what he does, he's actually kind of useful. Like, there's these freaking annoying little hornets that if they sting you, like you get electrocuted and you're stunned, and then the big monster can hurt you while you're stunned. But he will try and attack it, so he'll do his attacks on it, or he will activate like these. There's different things in the world, like depending where you're fighting, there might be like a plant that could heal you, and he'll go and like activate the healing, and you got to walk into the cloud that he activates, so you can get some health. So that's what he does.
I actually wanted to rent it, but I couldn't find it at a Redbox. And I'm
for real?
Yeah, and like I don't get me wrong, like I really like Japanese culture stuff and like that. But like if it's too anime, like I get out of it real quick. Like I'm not really big into anime stuff, just because like I don't know. And maybe it's like too over the top and all that. Like Dragon Ball Z, the reason why I like that, it's just very in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like it could become very serious or it could become very silly, and then sometimes you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Anime is like I don't know. It's just too out there.
Yeah.
So
Dragon Ball
my imagination doesn't go that. I was gonna say something else. You had one more nerd out.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, you did.
What is it?
You and I think Sonny was a part of it too, but Sonny maybe was just like a
innocent bystander.
Yeah, like a bystander. But you were sharing all these scary stuff.
I wanted to save it for like a random when I have nothing.
No, this is a nerd out. Because you won't do it again and you'll forget about it forever. But you were actually sharing some scary stuff. Like there was this one where this girl it was on Reddit. Mm-hmm. This lady was sleeping and she had her kid with her, and just she wanted to record her sleeping patterns.
Yes.
Just not even like hearing record. Like she just wanted to record like when she got up and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But this app actually records stuff too. So if you're saying something, and she saw like a spike in it, and she started listening to it, and she started hearing clicks, like just clicks, and she said that it was coming from like I think the fan or whatever. So she thought that's what it was. Yeah. So she kept going and hearing it, and then all of a sudden she heard a voice, but it was very very like low, but you still heard it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, that's your voice" and all that. But no, this voice sounds like someone else.
Yeah. She posted the sound clip too. You can go hear it.
Yeah, please share that one because that was really creepy. What did they? So, he says they're here.
No, they said. I think she said, "What are you doing?" And
but she was sounding happy. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it wasn't like a fear. Like if somebody was in your house, she was just like, I guess she wasn't conscious enough to really. But she heard the sounds, I guess, and she asked, "What are you doing?" And then the person said, "Nothing." And then it was just a weird voice, and she posted the sound clip, but you got to go listen to it.
And then he was like, "They're here."
But
it was like a very cool, like Frieza, "They're here." Something like that.
It was a creepy voice. But
it was really good.
Episode 1, Sonny kind of talked about his nerd out, which was the Let's Not Meet Reddit, and then there's also like a creepy Reddit. And there's also all these YouTube channels and stuff. So I kind of went down that rabbit hole, and I actually found like a random Reddit post. I'll post it. It says, it's basically an Ask Reddit where they say, what's the creepiest story you've ever heard on Reddit? And people start posting all these links. So there's a lot to go through in that link. So I'll put it in there.
It's really good,
notes. Man. There's probably like 50 stories in there. Maybe like 5 of them are extremely scary. Another 5 are pretty good. And the rest probably not that great. But
I would say it was good. There was another one where this guy takes walks and then he saw this creepy guy.
Oh, that one's scary.
It's just a good. I had a fun time. I had a fun time reading that.
Yeah.
So. Thanks for sharing with that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna put those up. You can follow the links and check them out. There was some good scary stuff.
Excuse me, sorry. So my nerd out is after you brought over Dragon Ball Fighters, I kind of got into this like whole craze. So I was playing Dragon Ball when I would get home.
Yeah.
That Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
before. Oh, actually, there was no football that Sunday. So I was play it, and it was really really fun. But I suck. Like I would just play arcade mode. I was having trouble going online. But anyway, like I said, I signed up for Funimation.
Yeah.
And I started looking into it, and I figured out that they had Dragon Ball Super, of course, which they still didn't put all the dubbed episodes, so I'm waiting for that. But then they put in Dragon Ball Z, they put in Dragon Ball GT, which I'll watch again, and then they have Dragon Ball. But what I started watching was the end part of Dragon Ball Z, and it was the Buu Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's so good still.
It was good?
Yeah, it was kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But how I know that it's good is that Violet will stop doing what she's doing and actually kind of watch and start asking questions about it.
Nice.
So that's what she was doing. And
Has that effect on people?
Yeah, so it was good. Like you were trying to figure out like what episodes it was up to. That was really good, and I posted them, and I think they're from. Let me see when. It's really the end part of the Buu Saga, all of the end part. And what it is, it's like episode 248 to like 267, I think. Let me see. We kind of talk a lot. But anyway, that is my major nerd out. Just kind of doing stuff like that, playing some more Dragon Ball. It's really hard unlocking those characters, man. Like, it's so dirty trying to unlock the God... The Blue Saiyan, the Blue Super Saiyan, stuff like that.
Well, you got to beat arcade on hard mode or something like that.
Yeah, man.
But
like,
hard mode is beyond hard, though.
Yeah, dude.
Really
like
freaking
it's
hard.
really bad.
But you can't pay though. I mean, even if you wanted to, you couldn't pay to unlock them if you.
No, yeah, you can.
You could.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The blue ones you can.
Oh, that's
the blue ones you can. And I almost did, but I'm like, I'm gonna probably buy this game, so maybe I won't. So I'm probably still gonna buy it, but let me see. So I started watching it even before Kid Buu. I was watching like Super Buu. So I was watching when Vegito first showed up. So 269, episode 269, and then I just kind of went to, let's just say 286.
Yeah.
So it's a good episode there. There's a lot of Super Saiyan 3. There's a lot of good fight scenes.
Yeah.
It was good, man. Like, I had fun watching them.
I watched,
like 20 minutes. The Super Saiyan 3, man, like, he's just so epic. He's just so epic on that. So it's really good.
That. Yeah.
No, it's good, man. It's really good. And Kid Buu's awesome.
I watched Spirit Bomb Triumphant, which was episode 286, just by itself. Just because I actually asked you guys, like, when we were playing the game last week, I was like, how did they beat Buu again? And he's Manny, like, nonchalant. He's just like, Spirit Bomb. I'm like, oh, okay.
But it was pretty, like, I forgot that was Vegeta's idea.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that was Vegeta's idea, and then just leading up to it, like, Vegeta was dead, and he finally, like, in Vegeta's respect, that's probably one of my favorite episodes, he admits that Goku's actually better than him. And it was just, it's one of those things where if you know the character...
he would never...
He will never say that, so when he finally does say that, and this is an actual episode of the series, like, it's canon.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
Well, he spends 270 episodes hating him and saying he's
279.
Like, he's better than him, and
yeah.
you know. But this is like they're at the end of their rope. I mean, like Buu is like literally able to destroy them all. Like, is this the first time Goku goes Saiyan 3?
No, he went Super Saiyan 3 when Majin Buu, Fat Majin Buu.
Okay.
And the funny part is that he held back with that. He says, I think it's in this one. He held back because he wanted Gohan and Gotenks a turn to fucking. I swear again. A turn to save the world, and then he says in this one. That
he's always doing shit like that.
He said in this one that I even held back because I wanted you to fight him. He's saying that to Vegeta.
I've said there enough times. It's your turn.
So it's funny. It's good.
So you're in the Dragon Ball rat hole.
I am. I'm kind of crawling my way out, so I'll see what else my nerd out is. But that was really fun, man. That was really fun. I have nothing else, I don't think.
Do you recommend the game, or would you say it's a rental?
If you're a fighting fanatic, like, I'm not really good at fighting games, and I thought it was pretty good in arcade, and then I went online and I got my butt kicked. It's a really fun game, especially with the characters.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm kind of disappointed on, and after you play it for like maybe an hour or 2 hours, is that you want more players. Like you start watching the episodes, you start watching the movies. I did watch the movie. I'll talk into which ones I watch.
Yeah.
And you want more. Like Broly's not in it, and that's kind of like I've never seen the Broly movies. I want to see them, so I'm glad I have this.
Yeah.
But the Broly movies, and then they're not in. Broly's not in here. I think Vegito.
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Vegito.
Vegito's not in here. Come on, or Gogeta.
And I think part of it is that you pick 3 at a time, so you get fatigued on the characters faster because you do. It's like I don't know. They should almost gone like 2-on-2 or 1-on-1. I know 3-on-3 seems like a lot.
I wish you could
have a
choose.
Small roster.
I wish you could choose which one. Like if you want to do 2-on-2, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And maybe the 2-on-2 they fuse, so it becomes one person.
Nice.
So you have that. Cool. So you have that risk. Like if you die, you get double the health. Like you'll get to use both your guys at the same time. Yeah. But if you die, then that's it. You knock out your 2 players.
I would like that. Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. The 2 movies I watched was Fusion Reborn because I wanted to see Gogeta. I've never seen Gogeta before. And what sucks is that, and I saw Wrath of the Dragon.
There's a lot of movies, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And but it doesn't show like the super movies or anything like that. That might show it on the other one.
These were all like during the Z era.
Yeah. So I think Fusion Reborn.
I saw the Broly one like probably like 15 years ago. I think it was good.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
That's always a popular. I think Fusion Reborn likes right at like the middle part of the Buu Saga, not really in the Buu Saga kind of thing. That's what I've kind of seen. That was good, but Gogeta only shows up like
a couple minutes,
literally 5 minutes.
And
he shows up all the way towards the end.
That's what they always do. I mean, the movie like Broly will be on the cover, but he's only in it for like 3 minutes.
No, so Wrath of the Dragon.
Yeah,
I've seen this so many times, like at like those anime shops, and it has Goku on the front with a gold dragon, gold like Shenron. He doesn't show up for the last like 3 minutes there, man. He doesn't show up till the last 3 minutes, and that one was decent. Like it had like this Link guy looking guy.
But this is like an hour long or so.
Yeah. This is where Trunks gets his sword.
Oh really? And
yeah, from Future Trunks. Yeah, because that guy when I saw him, I forgot his name, man.
So Trunks is in it a lot, or what?
It's Baby Trunks. It's Baby Trunks. Okay. So you'll start seeing Kid Trunks, I should say. Nice. So that was good. Those are my nerd outs, guys.
Cool, man.
What else do we got? We're moving on to Nerd Alert.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna say one Nerd Alert, and then you guys could kind of go into it. You guys all have news articles?
I got 3.
You got 3? Woohoo! Adding something to the table. What about you, Frank?
I have some, but you guys probably have them too.
Okay, so we're gonna put you last.
Yep.
The first one, according to his Instagram post, Tom Hardy has finished filming on his part for Venom, and actually reading more into it, I think the movie's actually done. So we're gonna be waiting for a trailer later on. In the week, I don't know if you guys did, that the trailer's actually been rated, so it's coming out really, 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 really soon. So. Are you guys excited for this still? You don't care? Sonny?
I gotta see the trailer.
You don't give a crap? Wow.
I want to see the trailer, man. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah?
I love Venom.
I like Venom too, man. Like I can't
my top
wait
10
for this
characters,
movie.
probably.
Especially now that there's a chance that he's probably gonna be in the MCU. Oh.
Is there a chance?
Yeah. Dude.
So
do you listen to our episodes?
Yeah, I mean, but...
what was my first Nerd Alert?
Well, you said that Tom Holland was going to be showing up in...
Why else would he not show up?
I know, it's just all this stupid fucking... we keep
swearing. We're going to do the swearing.
Let's put a warning out that we're going to swear. Oh, we also need a spoiler alert for later, but anyway. I don't know. I want to see the trailer. Maybe Super Bowl will bring that. I don't know.
Okay. So the other one I got, and then I'll pass it on to you, Sonny, is that David F. Sandberg has posted on his Instagram that his production of Shazam, is that how you're supposed to say it?
Yeah.
Has started. So, and it shows like a picture of what is it called?
The little cut thing?
Yeah,
whatever.
It shows you like the time, the frame, and all that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it says Franklin on it, so maybe that's like the
code name.
That's
the code name. But why would you show that?
That's the kid's name
anywhere. Oh, it's the kid's name?
His name is Franklin something, I think.
Pretty sure. We're gonna go off of that. So that started already. So that's gonna be pretty cool. How about you, Sonny? What you got?
All right, so 2 of my 3 stories, they connect to each other. So the first one is from IGN.com. news on Cloverfield 3, which was first named Cloverfield 3, and then changed to God Particle, and now apparently is Cloverfield Station. It's no longer going to be distributed in theaters. Paramount and Bad Robot have been talking to Netflix. Everyone's saying it's pretty much a done deal, but there's no confirmation from either side yet. And
this is for part 3?
Yeah, part 3. And then there's talks of maybe we'll get a trailer during the Super Bowl tonight.
Okay.
If it comes out.
So is it for sure happening on Netflix? I was reading that it was a chance that it was going to be on Netflix, but it's not official.
Well, again, there's no official word yet. As of last night, I didn't see any confirmation from Netflix or Paramount or Bad Robot or anything. Okay. But everyone's saying,
"Oh man,
it's pretty,
Netflix is going to throw
good.
Cash, man. They're going to be like, come on, let's do this."
So then that leads into my next story from DeadCentral.com. Cloverfield 4 is done filming already. And we haven't even seen 3 yet. And we don't know when 3 is coming out.
Freaking JJ, man.
I don't know, man.
Whoa, hold up. What is this?
I hate that he keeps abandoning stuff. Like, he started Star Trek, then he leaves. He started Star Wars, then he leaves.
Did he leave this?
Now
he's a producer.
He never left.
Yeah, but
you better start talking shit about Guillermo then.
Why?
Because he left Pacific Rim.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not his fault, though.
I would have preferred
Shut up! You're not his representative. Get the hell out of here, dude.
That's not his fault.
But it's not his fault.
Well, it was either
either
he didn't make anything, or he went and did something else, because there was some stupid legal stuff with whoever was producing Pacific Rim. So I could, if he has no choice but to make nothing and wait for Pacific Rim.
And plus,
I'd be like, just go make something else. But I would have preferred he did Pacific 2.
He was probably working on like Star Wars and all that.
But no, it's just JJ annoys me. Like, leaving projects and stuff.
I like JJ.
I like him. I mean, he's good. But.
So when do those movies come out?
So
I know you don't know about
Cloverfield 3.
God Particle?
Yeah, or Cloverfield Station is being called now instead of God Particle.
Oh, that was called God Particle. That's the third one.
It's the same one, yeah.
Okay.
We don't know. They're saying Cloverfield 4, which is Overlord, which is going to be a World War II movie. Supposedly supposed to come out later this year.
But this is... Cloverfield itself is supposed to be anthology style, right?
Yeah.
So they're not really sequels or prequels or anything like that.
It takes place in the same universe.
Yeah.
As they're saying, but they're saying that 4 actually might, 3 and 4 might connect all 4 movies together in some way, shape, or form.
But it's almost like not even the monsters are consistent throughout the movies. Like in, what's it called? 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mm-hmm. The monsters are different than the
what was the monster?
One.
Like little baby monsters?
There were these weird aliens, and
there
there
were
was
individual
a ship.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like, I guess, intelligent ones.
And the other one was like a sea creature with like crabs and stuff like that.
I remember like when the second one was coming out, we were like, "Is this Cloverfield?" Like it says Cloverfield, but is this Cloverfield? And then we finally got it.
It was a good movie though.
That's what I liked about it, because it just came out of nowhere, and that's what I really, really liked about it. So that was good, man.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Okay, so I got another one, and we were talking about sci-fi earlier. But this has nothing to do with sci-fi. But sci-fi is doing a Kryptonite show. You guys know this? Sci-fi.
Oh, sci-fi?
Yeah, they got a Kryptonite show.
I think
Krypton show.
Krypton, right? The planet?
Krypton. Yeah. So it's a prequel. I don't think it's in the DC EU or whatever. The DC Extended Universe.
Well, because this is
TV universe.
This follows I think Superman's godfather. Or his grandfather. Or his
Congratulations, Sonny. You've just pushed me away even further from this thing.
I don't want to...
But anyway, going into it, Metropolis. They're making a Metropolis prequel show. Guess who's running it? The same people. Nope, the same people that are running Gotham right now.
Screw that.
So let's see. What did I write here? So the new Superman prequel, the new series will follow the lives of reporter Lois Lane and soon-to-be evil mastermind Lex Luthor as they navigate to the day-to-day world of Metropolis. Much like Gotham has done for Batman, the series will examine the iconic DC city before there was a hero around to protect it. Yeah.
Gotham is terrible.
No. Don't say terrible.
It's terrible.
It's not terrible. It's bad.
Hey,
it's awful.
His opinion, sir.
It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's bad. It's bad. But
what's the difference between bad and terrible?
Yeah. Terrible is like they're completely going off kilter, and in which they are. But
so
I could respect it. Like loving the character of Batman so much, I could respect where they're going with that. Like the one episode where they kind of hint at Venom. and it was like
Venom?
a different, like Venom, the actual the
the drug, the Bane
we
drug.
got to switch. Come on, you got to be able to keep up with me and switch from DC and Marvel.
You're right.
But like with the DC Venom, the drug,
Yeah.
they kind of hinted, and I think it's like in season 1 or 2, but instead of it like being, man, I completely forgot what it was. But anyway, it was Venom, and it's kind of like the early part of Venom, and so it switches on to that. So that's what I really like about it. I don't like that Catwoman and Bruce are like best friends. Because I don't know, I just don't like that.
I think DC's struggling, man. Shows and movies.
Yeah, man.
None
like,
of it's
but Joker's coming back, so I think you could kind of see that they're.
Was he ever actually there?
He was. Like, it was so weird, man. Like, it was like an internal fight, it seemed like, because they didn't know if this guy Jerome was going to be Joker, which he's pretty much playing New 52 Joker with his face cut off and all that. But now they killed him, and then they brought him back to like bring up new viewers, and now they're actually bringing the real Joker. So it's going to be kind of weird, man. Like,
that sounds terrible.
This Jerome guy, like, he was the Red Hood. He followed Joker almost perfectly, but they didn't want to make him Joker because I feel like they wanted to keep Joker to the very end, and I think we're already reaching the end of Gotham, which is kind of sad.
What are they on, 5th season or something?
I have no idea. I haven't watched it.
I watched like the first 5 episodes of season 1.
But the problem with that too is that it didn't really get backup from it. I don't think, man. Like, if it's on Netflix, but I wish it was on Hulu so I could start watching all of it again, because I hate to say it, that's just the day and age right now. Is that the reason why I think other shows like This Is Us and Superstore and stuff like that are getting big? It's because that people don't have time to watch this like live. And actually ABC with This Is Us, they're smart because they're gonna show the next episode of This Is Us after the Super Bowl, where everyone's watching it. I don't know how many times I watched an episode of Glee just because it was the end of the Super Bowl. I'm like,
so
well, let's just watch it.
Plays right after?
It's going to play right after.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
But what I'm trying to get to is that Hulu has an agreement with ABC where they'll show all the seasons. Actually, I shouldn't say that, but they show them right after they film. You get me? Or right after they show up on air.
Yeah.
Fox doesn't really do that. Fox does do that, but it's
like 24, 48 hours or something like that. Or there's like an extra delay.
I'm following none of this.
No, I'm going to go back on what I said because they do that. But it just, like, if you miss a good season of it, like, you're screwed. You have to wait.
So, like, in general, I don't know how big of Superman fans we really are, and then these two shows don't sound good. Like, if you're trying to name drop the people who were behind Gotham, you lost me like so hard right there. Like,
I mean, I'll say I like Superman,
terrible.
but everything else that DC's doing is pretty bad.
Yeah, I liked Flash at the beginning, and the other shows I just can't get into them. Like, I watched that Legends of Tomorrow, the first episode. It was really kind of bad, man. Like, they're going for it. Like, they're trying to throw all these characters in and all this stuff, all these team ups, and they're doing like all the stuff that you would, like, on paper you would want to see in a show, but it's not done very well. So
the execution is short than
these shows I'm not really interested in, man.
Okay, so I gotta know. Moving on, and this one is, we should have probably done this last week or the week before that, just to kind of remember Heath Ledger. But I was on Flipboard and I kind of came across something. And it's his sister actually talking about the night before he died. And his sister actually, let me see, I spoke to him, this is his sister saying it, I spoke to him the night before he died, and we were laughing and joking. He was so proud of what he had done in Batman, and I know he had plans for other Batman movies. He loved working with Chris Nolan, Christian Bale, and Gary Oldman. He just had the best time doing that film. When he came home at Christmas, this was cool, he couldn't wait to tell us about it, and he was doing the voice and laughing, showing me all the rushes. We had a great time. How great would that have been? Like, that Christmas, and you just have Joker come in and just, like, do it. Like,
that is pretty cool.
Cool, like, different stuff that we don't see in the movie, and he just says a different thing. So, that, that confirms it, man. Like, when we saw Dark Knight, like, unfortunately, he already passed away, but as we saw Dark Knight end, we knew there was going to be more Joker. And that was the plan for it.
He was supposed to be the main bad guy for part 3.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. It could have been Joker and Bane.
I don't think Bane would have showed up.
I don't remember the full layout of the third one, but Joker was supposed to be the... Like,
is there even a full layout?
Yeah, well, yeah, because...
He probably had the
Nolan knew
plans.
what he wanted to do with all the movies, but then after Heath Ledger died, he's like, I guess I'll tie in the third one with the first one, and the second one just kind of there by itself.
But how cool was the end of Begins, where Gordon and Batman are on the roof, and he's like, "There's this guy causing trouble." He gives him the Joker card. It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
can't wait for this, man. That was the coolest thing. And then he dives off the building and he does the glider thing, and then it's like Batman Begins. And that started like my watching the animated series and all that.
What was your favorite part of Dark Knight, Sonny?
Dark Knight?
Yeah.
It would probably...
Let's say Heath Ledger's performance.
Well, I mean, that, of course, obviously.
But that's what I meant. What was your favorite part of Heath Ledger's performance?
It'd probably have to be when we first see him in full costume.
The bank scene? Or when?
No, the
party?
The pencil.
The pen scene, yeah, the pencil scene.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make this disappear.
When he meets the gangsters.
I'm going to make this pencil disappear.
What did you like about it? What did you like about it?
When you saw him on screen first time, it's like, there he is. And then when he starts talking and the way he's moving, and the way he's interacting with everyone, it's like, that's the Joker right there. It's I'm on board 100%.
What about you, Frank?
I liked the opening bank scene. I thought as just like even like almost if it was a different movie, like a heist or something. It was a really well done scene technically and all that stuff. But at the end,
how about Heath Ledger's
Joker,
performance?
When he's like messing with that bank manager who has the shotgun,
yeah.
and he's giving him his speech, and he puts like that smoke grenade in his mouth, and he's like, "What doesn't kill you makes you stranger," and that was awesome, man. Like, and he just kills his henchman. He takes off in the bus. That was pretty cool, man. That right there, like, it just set the tone, and I was like, couldn't wait for more. And then the pencil, like, that put it over the freaking top.
So
it was awesome.
For me, man, it's like I think it's the mannerisms, like you were saying, Sonny. The mannerisms of
like the tongue,
of Joker.
Yeah, the little weird like.
You remind me of my father, and I just really like it because we didn't see a Joker like that, and he influenced. Now, he's gonna influence so many Jokers from going forward, man. Just like how Nicholson influenced the Joker that we see in the animated series, and going forward, now we're gonna get like a combination of all the Jokers, and I really, really like that. I mean, he influenced Leto. Let's be honest, man. The gangster kind of Joker kind of thing. It was kind of from left field, but he's gonna hold a special spot for a long time, and that's what's great about him. Yeah, anything else with that?
No.
Okay, so I got another one. And Sonny, Frank, you might like this one. Switch has sold more in lifetime sales than the Wii U. Can you believe that?
I'm not surprised. The Wii U
lifetime sales of the Wii U.
The Wii U is a failure, man.
Wii U is horrible.
Nintendo sold 7.23 million Switches consoles last quarter, which brings the total sales to around 14.86 million between November 2012 and November 2012 when it launched to its death in 2017. Nintendo sold 13.5 billion Wii U's, and then the Switch already has sold 14.86 billion.
It's all the portable console, man. It's like a hybrid between your home console and your DS, basically.
I still gotta play it. Okay, so another one. We all know that the 21st Century got bought out by Disney, or is about to get bought out by Disney. X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool won't be in the mix until after 2019, supposedly. And that is by, what's his name? Feige?
Feige.
Feige. Cool. So it's coming, but it's coming a long time. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see little cutscenes here and there.
No.
Like what? Like after credit?
Yeah, we're gonna see a little bit. Like I think it's gonna. So lucky, man, because it's gonna be like when Iron Man first came out.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see like Captain America's shield in the background. You're gonna start seeing stuff like that.
Well, it's going to
be...
You're
going to start talking about like Xavier's school. There's a school out in in New York.
We don't know how they're going to tie it all in yet. Because
that's what I'm saying. I bet that's what they're going to probably do, little Easter eggs now.
It's going to help them because once the Infinity stuff is gone, they're restarting everything.
Dude, they have Galactus now.
It'd be like perfect timing.
Oh, they got so lucky. X-Men. I guarantee you they had no idea what they were going to do.
They could do Avengers vs. X-Men at some point.
Yeah, they could do it.
Well, they don't have to now.
Yeah.
They could do it.
But that's the next. Maybe that's the next epic.
Have, like, the main Marvel guys in there.
Okay, and then one of my final things. I got two more. Game of Thrones comes out April 19th, 2019. Are you guys? You're not caught up, right, Sonny or
I've
Frank?
seen season 1 and 3.
So none of you guys are.
Why the hell
are
just
caught
skip
up.
2?
I don't know. Oh, because
Wait, why'd you skip? Where,
because I was given season 1 for free, and
Okay.
then when I was at school,
I thought I gave it to you.
Season 3 came out for first time on HBO at school, so I watched season 3.
How many seasons are there right now? 6? And the 7th is coming out?
yeah. Damn, you're gonna put me on the spot like that.
I think I'm on 4 or 5. It's when the mountain
I think
fights,
season 8's coming out.
When he fights that prince.
Game of Thrones.
The guy that's in everything now.
The mountain?
No, the other guy,
Oh, the other... Oh, yeah, him.
the Viper, I think.
Yeah,
I wish I knew his
it's
name.
gonna become. This is season 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got like 4 seasons.
Yeah,
If you don't catch up now, man, there is no hope for
yeah,
it.
because it comes out next
I
year.
will
right?
at some point.
Or
It's actually a really good show.
It's
and
very
then,
good, man.
And then the last part, the last part is Sci-Fi actually came up with this. Man, Sci-Fi coming up. And they came up with like a little poster kind of thing, a little diagram, and it shows the cost of being a geek in 2017.
Wow.
Oh boy.
What do you think is the most that you'll spend on? Comics and graphic novels, geek toys and collectibles, geek clothing, or other?
Collectibles.
Clothing.
It's collectibles. $455
They're expensive as hell.
a year. That's even a
Very
lot.
expensive.
That's a little though. $455
A year?
a year.
There's probably 2 things though.
That's like no...
That can be if depending on what you are.
If you buy like hot toys, that's like...
So
That's
this
like
is
one hot toy.
this is over 1,100 people. How often do you visit the comic book shop? Weekly, 13% have said that. Bi-weekly, 7%. 25% said monthly that they follow.
27%?
25%. Favorite collectibles, 21% is action figures and figurines. 18% is pop vinyls.
Yeah.
8% is clothing and wearables. With Sonny's ring. Remember that?
Oh, God. He used to have the Green Lantern ring, or the Black Lantern ring. Remember
Was
that?
it black? Or
I had the red.
What happened to
yellow,
that?
the
I have
blue,
them all.
black.
He would just show up to places with a Black Lantern ring.
4% TV and movie props.
Yeah, well, those are
Oh,
expensive. So
yeah,
those
it's,
are expensive.
It's a pretty low count for that one.
Conventions, respondents spent an average of $86 a year on convention tickets.
Oh,
That's kind of
tickets
true
alone.
because how much is C2E2?
45, I believe.
I'm gonna buy
30
two,
pre-sale.
$90 bucks. Look
there
at
it
that.
is, $90.
And then 300 at least spent over there.
Like
Yeah.
at the convention.
I can
Accommodations.
Easily, yeah, I know I can easily spend
Accommodations. So I guess like that's like eating
The
stuff.
most
and,
I've ever done is $200.
100. So
On-
yeah, it's pretty possible.
Yeah.
and then this
pretty
we don't really cosplay, but on average, how much
yet.
do you spend on cosplay?
That-
20.
It's really expensive.
It's expensive.
28%, $25 to $99.
Those are the
11%,
bad ones.
11% are $100.
Sorry.
6% $200, 3% $300, and this is funny. 5% say $500.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So-
those are the pros though.
Pro,
But
they
it's
go-
right there. Like,
like
either
tour.
you're gonna go all the way,
Or you just
or you're
don't
like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna spend $300.
Yeah.
Even though $200 more, I'll get like a full kick-ass costume.
Yeah.
So I found that really funny. So
Did you ever guys want to cosplay as something, or
Yeah.
did you almost commit and do it?
Yeah.
like
Shocker.
Halloween,
I was gonna be Shocker.
please do that. Please.
You and your shocker, man.
Can we please do?
I will do what
Are
I
you a
can.
big Shocker fan?
Oh yeah,
He's,
I'm a big
the
Shocker
biggest
fan.
shocker fan I've
So
ever
how
seen
did
in
you
my
feel
life.
about Homecoming?
I don't like
You got two Shockers in there.
Yeah, technically. Yeah.
Two Shockers.
He had the quilted jacket that was yellow.
Don't give it.
The effects was cool on the shocker. Shocking.
Yeah.
You got two
Hey,
Shockers, man. They went through that.
Oh, that was cool. Dude, you can't ask for anything more out of Shocker. I mean,
Yes, you
come
can.
on, man.
Shut up. He deserved better.
We should play the Sinister Six.
Did he?
The Sinister 3. We'll have to find the other 3.
All right, so that's our nerd alerts for the week. I know it went
Well,
kind of
I
long,
got
but there
one
was
more.
kind of
Do you have
stuff.
any more
Oh, you got
news,
one more?
Sonny?
Oh,
You
look
kind
at
of
you,
cut him off
Sonny.
after one, and you
I
took
don't
over.
care.
So I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday of the week that just passed. Blumhouse released its first promotional stuff for new Purge movie.
Oh, that's right. You guys
Yeah,
didn't want to
that's
talk
right.
about that.
So it's going to be released 4th of July of this year.
Of course.
And the promotional poster for it is a red hat with white lettering saying the first Purge.
Where did we see this hat before?
Now, so yeah,
Oh, thanks.
Trump supporters in the past and still they wear a hat that says "Make America Great Again."
Uh-huh.
Same font, same color, same hat style, and everything.
Yeah.
This film, yeah. So I mean, I think marketing wise is really smart because people are gonna talk about it. I mean, a lot.
Wait, did they come up with a trailer?
No, it was like
poster.
like a PSA almost. Is like, do your American duty, follow the purge, and then
it says the
poster.
first purge.
And it's just a plain white background with a red hat.
Yes, it's a prequel. This will be
so
the first.
So this is the first?
Yeah. So basically, the synopsis, real quick, is this is the first year the purge comes in Inception. They're going to take a small little area, like a small little township, and test it there. What happens is from there it bleeds out to the whole city. So this is going to be the first year because if
I love it. People actually said, "This is a good idea. Let's do it nationwide."
Yeah, because if you guys remember the third one, I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
Nope.
It was pretty decisive of where they can't really do anything else. So they're going to go backwards now. They kind of drew themselves in the corner.
Saw it and liked it, but I don't remember the ending.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Purge franchise, so I'm really happy. Because originally this was going to be called the Purge Island, but I guess
a horrible title.
It's not.
Which one's this one called?
The First Purge.
The First Purge.
Okay.
So they still have time to change the title if they want, but I mean, it is better than Purge Island.
It's kind of crazy. The first one was all within the house, and it's just like a thriller, basically, or like an invasion.
We have a story about that one, the first Purge. You and I, when we first saw it, we got drunk, and then...
That's like most of your stories.
Yeah. Remember, we like drank before we went to go see it, and then...
Jesus, you guys drink before every movie you go to?
No, it wasn't in every movie.
Okay. No, but what? Like 1 out of 100?
Yeah, so we drank, and I knocked the hell out, like, cold. And I woke up
during the movie.
During the movie,
you did?
Yeah. And then he found out
it was just beginning. No, that's in the cellar. And it was in the beginning, and while we were watching The Purge, and I knocked out. I was trying so hard to stay up, and I knocked out, and then.
For me, it sobered me up. Like,
but hold on.
I was paying attention.
But then I woke up, and I'm like, oh, cool, I didn't miss that much. And all of a sudden, I see Kevin Bacon die. I'm like, whoa, what the?
Kevin Bacon?
Who was it?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
Jesus, man. What are you doing?
See? Kevin Bacon should have been in that. But then
you could have replaced him with him.
You could easily replace him.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ethan Hawke dies, and like, oh, maybe I did knock out a little bit. Kevin Bacon should have been Ethan Bacon. There we go. That's what it should have been. But that was a fun movie, man. That was a fun movie.
It was good. Love the concept.
Oh yeah, I think Purge 2 is the best.
Who's in this? Is anybody from the other Purge movies in it?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, this is way before all that.
Okay. So
Kevin Bacon still has a chance.
He still has a chance.
All right, cool.
Some small government like says, let's try this in a small town or something.
Definitely not a small government. It's the government.
The U.S. government.
Small government.
No, Russia.
Okay, so
yes, it's U.S. government.
No, but I'm asking, like they're trying to get in a small town, like a farm town or something.
Synopsis just came out. It's just a poster. He doesn't know it.
Well, he knows of the.
It's saying basically. Well, I'm guessing they're probably gonna take like a suburban area or like a an urban area. So it's like somewhere small where they can control it. But what happens is it ends up going past, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna work. Let's make it."
And it becomes the annual purge.
Yeah. So.
And then rich people like Kevin Bacon can put metal barriers on their windows.
Kevin Bacon should have been in it.
You would think, though, like, he was very defensive in the first movie. Like, it was just steel plates and stuff like that. I mean, you would think you would have, like, weapons and dogs and, like, crazy stuff. Like,
he had weapons.
I would have, like a freaking moat around my house with sharks with freaking laser beams on their
head. The area they were in.
Oh, it was kind of a rich area.
They would either hunt locally a little bit, or they would go into town.
People would just hold up and stuff.
Yeah, they're like, well, out here, no one's really gonna purge. So we'll hold up. We might hear a couple things, but
it's like rich people are the ones with the most grudges and stuff. I mean, or like somebody wants to get somebody's fortune or something. You know, like I don't know.
I mean,
you would think you'd be more careful. Anyway,
sure.
All right, so let's go into the main topic.
Yes, sir.
So,
all right, what is it?
When you guys were coming up with your own topics and all that, like, one thing that really came to me, and when I was watching this movie, is why did people hate the new Star Wars movie so much?
Well,
we're gonna tell you.
It was so polarizing, and I want to know from you guys. Like, we didn't see the movie together, and
the critics don't hate it. They gave the latest
one
like a 90%.
But they don't matter. They don't matter.
No, dude.
No, it was good. It was
like
good.
90%.
They don't matter. But like the people that really do matter, the people that are actually going to spend the money and watch this movie and buy the merchandise and all that.
Yeah.
It was so polarizing, man. Like, I don't even think the prequels were so polarizing. So my thing is,
not at the time they weren't.
I want to know why people hated Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Before we get into it,
Spoilers. Alert.
there's
Alert.
a whole bunch of spoilers in
We're
this.
gonna
Spoilers.
rip this movie apart and tell every little secret. So if you don't want
Maybe
to hear the
not
secrets,
every little secret,
But stuff that pertains to our argument.
yeah.
correct.
So just be careful of the spoilers.
So what I want this to be is kind of more of a discussion kind of thing, and kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And but why did people hate it?
Let's just start with don't say anything too much. Just say thumbs up, thumbs down, like initial, and then we'll get into discussion. So Manny, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Like if I liked it or not?
Yeah.
I liked it. Thumbs up.
Okay, Sonny.
If it's only up or down, I go down.
Me too. Down.
Whoa! See, like even right there.
And
So
the first movie
are
was
you
like,
are you guys Star Wars fans? Let's go with that.
I was a huge Star Wars fan for a long
What
time.
stopped you?
I
I swear to God, if you say this movie.
No. This is way before the new ones came out. As a kid, I used to love Star Wars. I bought everything they had. I was into everything. But as I don't know, I think as I got a little older, I'm like, and then dealing with certain fans, you're like, I hate you. I hate this thing. No, that doesn't mean throughout the years there was stuff I didn't like. Like the original Clone Wars cartoon, that were like 5 minutes
those
per
were
episodes. Those were great.
Yeah,
fantastic.
So you're not a Star Wars fan.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I'm still a big fan. I watched movies when I was a kid, so I have that seed planted in me. Then when the prequels came out, I saw those. I was like 13 at the time.
We were young.
I was really into those. I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
The
I was in 8th grade
animation
when the third one
stuff.
came out.
And then throughout the years, I kind of like I got more into the games, like Old Republic. I got into some of the comics. So yes, I remained a fan of it.
So
for
right
all this
now
time.
you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I'm still a
Okay.
fan.
I'm a Star Wars fan. I love the Stormtroopers. I get drawn to the Stormtroopers all the time.
Yeah.
I loved Kylo Ren.
Well, I remember you made a big deal about the redesign on the troopers. You liked how they looked.
Yeah, I
in the
love
trailer.
how they look, man.
They look great.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, especially with my wife now, Violet. She likes Star Wars, and we could actually dissect that movie.
Well, you had Star Wars music at your wedding.
We did. We had.
The
Oh, she's gonna kill me. 'Cause I
it
don't
was
remember
kind of
it.
like
But it's the one. It's the song in the third one where Anakin and Padme get married.
yeah. And
So
I was
she
walking
went
down the aisle. I was like kind of nervous, and I wasn't thinking. But in the back of my mind, I was hearing this music. I'm like, where the heck have I heard this music? So later on, I'm like, dude, do you have freaking Star Wars music playing? Nobody knew the wiser, you know?
Yeah.
It was just nice sounding music, so like you wouldn't know that it's
And
Star
what's
Wars.
so funny about that song too is like it starts great and then it goes dark. That's what's so funny. So we had to cut it off before it got dark,
Yeah.
or that would foreshadow our wedding.
Yeah.
Or
You're still a
our
fan,
marriage.
so.
Yeah, I'm still a big fan, and
Yeah.
I mean, can we dive straight into it?
Let's do it.
I freaking love this movie, man. Like, I don't get it.
You don't get the hate?
I don't get the hate because when The Force Awakens came out, what was the main drawback on that movie?
It was a poor remake.
It was a remake, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's the New Hope, but just with new people. So this guy comes in, Rian Johnson?
Yeah.
This guy comes in,
Takes over for JJ.
takes over for JJ, and he kind of continues the story that JJ did, and then completely blows it up. I don't want Snoke in here. He dies.
Yeah. There's no reveal of
Rey's
what he
parents.
is. He just dies.
And it just completely turns around, man. Like, Rey, supposedly, as of right now, is not related to any of the main characters.
Good.
Not Obi-Wan, not Luke Skywalker, no one.
We don't know
She's just
anything.
her.
We still don't know anything.
But that's
like-
the thing now. Now, from this movie, it could be completely fresh. Like, this almost should have been the first one.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, is that they could have mixed part of this with Force Awakens, and that would have been a good first
could've
movie.
just-
But
Get rid
that's
of Force
my
Awakens
thing
and put
now.
this in.
So the fans didn't want a remake, so we don't get a remake, and we get something completely fresh. Then what's going on, man? Like, why don't these people? That part I don't get.
It's almost... They should have done this like 15, maybe 10 years ago, like where...
I think they did.
Like where Harrison Ford's not going to break his leg walking through the Millennium Falcon. Like, I don't know.
But that's still the first one. I'm talking about this one.
This one, okay.
This one had no Harrison Ford.
I had a lot
It
of
did have
problems with
Leia. It had Luke, so it has a little bit, but it's
It has a
still
lot of.
Okay, one thing
the old
here
feelings
is
still
that
they're trying to get out of
it's
you.
like it didn't even matter that Harrison Ford was in The Force Awakens
Yeah.
because they didn't even acknowledge him at all. I don't think anybody said a word about Han
Well,
Solo in this
the
movie.
only
Not Leia. Leia wasn't crying.
The only way
Chewie
I
wasn't
can-
even sad. He
Let's
was
go
like,
with this one though. Like, why
Oh,
this
no,
one?
well, just to go for that point, I think because this basically takes place right after the first one.
Yeah, but
Base
nobody's
guys,
mourning, nobody's nothing.
Because they don't have time, because they're on the run.
Nah, man, that's bull. You have time.
Have you ever been on the run?
There was a couple like a day or so.
No,
there was a day or so after the first one.
But don't you think like something like nobody like Chewie's fine. He's breaking down doors and like playing with porgs and stuff. What's up?
Yeah,
he went with Rey.
Yeah, Chewie already kind of broke down.
Yeah.
But anyway, this movie, like, why? What's going on?
For me personally, well, first off, there's a lot of unnecessary stuff in this film, like the casino scene, Rose, Finn's story arc,
everything with Finn,
Poe's storyline of like I'm the bad boy. I know. I like.
So listen to me.
I know. Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're just a fighter pilot, dude. You're not a commander. You're not. Yeah. You don't have like.
But Poe's family actually is something. So he's something.
Well,
Poe's background, his family is.
Is it?
Yeah. He's
his background.
Rebel.
Where's it coming from?
But see, it's like
coming from. I forgot where I read it, but it is part of it.
Part of it is like they don't describe things in the movie. Like you have to go read the book, or you have to go play a game to understand.
I had to go outside of this almost 3 hour long movie.
Is it almost 3 hours?
I think it's 2.5 hours.
I think it's 2.5.
Well, it's still pretty close to 3 hours.
No, it's not, man.
2.5
half an hour makes a difference in a movie. That makes a difference. You cut half an hour out of a movie, that's a big deal. Like you add a half an hour, that could really.
Yeah, the perfect example is Justice League, or not Justice League.
This probably could have
Batman vs Superman.
This could have helped, I think, with if they got rid of a lot of unnecessariness and actually answered questions and actually brought us things instead of just basic stuff.
It was a little too much silliness, like that General Hux is just so lame.
He made me laugh.
I just
it was funny.
They weren't answering the questions and progressing the story enough, and it was like a lot of like, let's go to this casino world and sell some new toys, and like that's what I got out of it.
Absolutely nothing but.
What was in the casino world that they sold toys?
You know, like the big chicken walker thing that they're riding, or the big.
I haven't seen any toys for that.
They're riding. Well, they're finding ways to like just go off on tangents that don't even matter. Like nobody cares about that. Like.
Save the environment.
Like all the time that they spent with Luke, you don't learn anything. Like no, the character doesn't even grow. Like Rey doesn't get any better at fighting. She's off on her own on a mountaintop, swinging her sword on her own. It's not like she gets trained at all.
She was already trained though.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was. She was good with that stick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. She was good with the stick. So she probably has some instincts from that, and then she's a natural. But like, there was really no point in her meeting Luke. No. She didn't gain anything.
Because the whole thing was to be like to understand the Force, understand her place, but then she takes the books anyways, and because there's a scene with spoilers, Yoda comes back as a ghost to Luke, and Luke is like, oh, the past needs to die, this is terrible, and then Yoda's like, yeah, okay. He just
but there's a part,
but that slaps Luke and be like, oh wait, you know what? No, I was completely wrong.
Yeah, but then Rey takes the books anyways.
It's not, but the Rey already took the books before that even happened. That's why Yoda
but the whole idea was like to let the past die.
But that was to show.
But the past is still there.
But that was to show because Luke failed with. I think there was a lot of story in this because Luke failed with Kylo, and that's why he was drawn back. Like. Do you really need every single detail spoon-fed to you?
No.
We need details, though.
No, but that's enough detail. He was trying to, and that was for 2 movies already.
Yeah.
He tried to train Kylo with other Jedi pupils, and he failed Kylo. Kylo killed most of them, and then took the rest for the Knights of Ren. So we still have the Knights of Ren out there.
I got more time about that too.
And then like that's why Luke Skywalker goes rogue is because he failed.
You just opened my eyes because now I know what the Knights of Ren are.
Yeah,
but it's like
why did that?
No, but it's like they don't never like explain that in the movies
because you don't really, and that's the beauty part about Star Wars. It's so big and so drastic. Like
it's not big.
You don't really need
it's
that.
Very small.
No,
it can't be big.
It's very small.
No, there's some good glimmers in here. Like there's like the whole story of how Kylo became Kylo, and
I still love Kylo. Kylo is a great bad guy. I really like him. I like that he's still childish, but he's still trying to grow. Like you actually see him grow. And the beauty part about these 2 characters is that they have no one to train them. Basically, like Kylo had people training him, but he still thinks he's better than all of them.
But these guys are raw.
Hold on. But Kylo had people that wanted to train him, but Kylo thinks he's better than all of them. Then you have Rey, who wants someone to train her so bad, but no one wants to train her, so she's going on her own. So at the end of the day, they're kind of on the same arc, and they're still going to meet each other.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it good, is that they're on the same arc and they're opposites, complete opposites. If Rey got the same training as Kylo did, Rey would have been like the best Sith Lord.
Probably.
If Kylo got that training, I mean,
he'd be like.
I don't think Kylo thought he was better though. His tipping point was that he was about to get killed by Luke.
Yeah.
That's when he's like, okay, I don't know.
It's
kind of extreme though. Like he went to a really extreme, like from, I don't know. To me, that was kind of.
I guess that's the part that you don't get. You don't get how he met Snoke and all that, and what Snoke actually fed to him.
But if you go in, would have worked better so what they put in the movie, because
spend more time on that, not Finn on freaking Casino World.
Because the problem is all these characters. We see them at a certain point in their life, and we don't understand why or what happened to them.
You can't, because that's a whole completely different story on its own. Look at
no. You can drop things here and there, but the fact that it's just like, okay, and go.
They didn't drop that for the original 3. What? You didn't know where Darth Vader came. Only the second one you found out that that's his dad. Now we're watching those old movies, and you know that that's Darth Vader's story. You know Darth Vader's story from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Treat this as its own 3 trilogy.
You can't. You don't know all tied into the original.
But you don't.
To the first
you have to, and that's where you'll enjoy it.
They're all the same universe.
That's where you'll enjoy it more. Because if you treat this like how we first saw Darth Vader, where we didn't know anything about Darth Vader, we have more info on Kylo Ren than we ever had when Darth Vader first started. We had none of that, and we didn't want anymore. We just knew Darth Vader was a bad guy, and that's it. Now we want so much more background on a character that it sometimes kills the movie. With it, with this Kylo, you already know that Luke Skywalker, he came from a good family. Well, not a good family, but like the good guys part. Good guys. Yeah. They all had good intentions. Even Han Solo had good intentions.
Sure.
And something got to him. Snoke got to him somehow. Where if you look at Emperor Palpatine in the prequels, he gets into Anakin's head. And he starts. It didn't start like from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. It's little parts. He goes in there until they saw like the opera scene, and that's where he finally gives. Hey, this there's a rumor where the dark side could actually bring people back from the dead. Who does he want to bring back?
Yeah.
His mom.
Yeah.
So that's what really finally pushes him over. You don't know why Kylo goes to the dark side, and that's where I think that he thinks he's better than a lot of people. Because he comes from Leia, he comes from Han Solo, he knows Luke and all that. So I think he has this general idea. And then really, if you see when you see the movie when he kills Snoke, he takes up, hey, I'm the new Emperor now. And he doesn't really like ease into it. He kind of just assumes the position.
Well, it seems like he always wanted to be. Like, he didn't want to be under Snoke at all.
He's basically a teenager. He's just like, I want it now.
Yeah. But where you have Rey... And Rey wants to learn, man. Like, she wants to fit somewhere.
Yeah.
And the beauty part about this is that she has nowhere to fit in, man. She's like almost everyone else that kind of drops into planet Earth. Like
she doesn't know where she's from. She gets rejected everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't know her place in the Force or her life or anything, really. So, yeah, I could see that. But, I mean, there's like good elements.
This should be excellent.
Yeah, there's good concepts.
The execution of it
is
where, again, in theory, it sounds good. But when you actually see it play out, it's like, there's nothing here.
No, it wasn't good.
That's the thing.
There is stuff there.
There's stuff there, but no, I mean, like, it's there. But it's not making the point.
But instead of like going on those awesome little nuggets that we're talking about, they're like, let's bring in this silly engineer woman who somehow wants Finn, and Finn kind of wants her too, which doesn't really make sense. I don't know.
Finn's gay.
Like, why did you guys do that? Like, those scenes are just ridiculous, and like that's where I get annoyed because it's like
every time they have something good, they completely go like
they're like
off the tracks.
They're like, okay, here's 2 minutes of awesome like. Makes your mind think about like where'd Kylo come from, where's this, where's that, and then instead of exploring that, let's just cut to Finn freaking playing with Benicio del Toro in a jail cell or something like that.
Did you like Benicio del Toro's character?
I didn't like him, man. I didn't like him.
He was useless, completely useless.
He wasn't useless.
He was too over the top. He was way too over the top.
But at the end of the story, what did he help to push the story forward any way?
It was just a plot device.
Exactly.
What about Lando?
What about Lando?
Oh, did you like Lando?
What do you mean?
Did you like Lando before?
Oh, did I like him before?
Yeah.
Not really, to be honest.
When he first came up? No? How about you, Sam?
Not really.
Lando?
Because he's a plot device.
He was okay.
I like Benicio del Toro.
No. Well, fun fact also,
I like him a lot.
Lando was supposed to be a cameo in this movie, but they took him out and put
Benicio?
instead.
Yeah, Lando was supposed to be Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
But then
So
Johnson was like, "Wait, he's gonna double cross this guy who's twice." Nah, we're not gonna do that.
That's just super funny.
That's bad.
Like, you never learned
It's
to
like somebody killed Lando, man.
No, so I don't know, man. Like, I really
It's
like
the
where
execution, really.
Yeah, and again, this should, on paper, is really good.
Yeah, it is.
When we talk about
you're
stuff, it
yeah.
sounds great.
Yep.
But then you see it actually play out on screen.
I'm not
it's like-
describing. I'm just explaining it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
But I'm not
Explanations-
describing it.
Well, the explanations are coming from things that you see
Yeah.
and that you're hoping to see more of, but you don't get none of that.
But
You
that's
don't.
why I'm not
You
adding
don't.
anything extra to it. The only thing I'm adding extra to it is that how Snoke got to Kylo Ren. That's the only thing that I'm adding to it. But
What do you
other
mean?
than like, how did Kylo Ren get to,
Yeah.
or how did Snoke get to
Well,
Kylo
we don't
Ren?
know, and we'll never know.
That's the thing. But
Again,
I mean, there's still
useless.
so much that we could get into, and Disney is really trying to drag this out as much as you can. And I mean, who can blame them? They've made their money back from
of
this
course.
purchase from these Star Wars movies alone. They still haven't done Indiana Jones, and they have all the Indiana Jones rights
Don't touch
with
it.
that. But I still like this. Like, we still got Kylo Ren, or we still got the Knights of Ren
Maybe.
coming up. No, I think we do.
No, okay, so here's the thing. Here's another issue.
thought they're all
with
dead.
it.
No.
No, that Force Awakens was written by 3 people. Part 2 is written by one person, completely different, who didn't have any part of the first movie. And J.J. Abrams coming back to write the third one now.
I don't think it matters.
It does.
No, because the basis is bad already.
Here, this
It's
is
just a
what
remake.
Johnson said. He's like,
Who?
Johnson, the director writer of the Last Jedi. He said, I was thinking about using the Knights of Ren in this movie, where the guards were in that scene when
the
Snoke
Praetorian
dies. But he's like,
guards, yeah, the records.
maybe not. So, and then he goes on to say, like, J.J. Abrams, if he wants to use them, I don't know. It'd be cool to see, but, you know. So basically, they're saying that they have no idea where they're going with this. Because I remember, also, I can't remember the article.
I think he had an idea.
I can't remember the article.
He didn't put in the Knights of
can't
Ren
remember
because he
any
didn't want to
article.
kill them.
That's a small detail, man.
No,
You can't say that they don't
but
know.
that's a big deal. The fact that they're not communicating what they want to do with each other. Because remember, I read an article about
Because JJ abandoned the project.
about Force Awakens was the not the flashbacks, the scene where Rey's like having visions, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I heard that
in the cave.
Yeah, no. From Force Awakens.
I don't remember.
Okay, anyways.
Force Awakens, like the main part where you saw all the flashbacks when she gets the lightsaber for the first
Flashbacks,
time.
futures, and all that kind of stuff.
that.
But JJ said it was like, we just kind of threw stuff in there. We thought that we maybe used, but we don't know. They just look cool at that moment.
I don't know, man.
So there are bits and pieces in here that they're like, well, we'll take this out. Maybe we'll use it later, maybe not. If you want to use it, I don't care. Just, do something with it. That's the problem. Now, if there was one person writing all 3 movies, I think this would work a lot better.
Nah, I don't think it would.
I think it would. Okay, so
The first movie is not well written, though.
No, let's say no, they're not.
The first one. So even if you keep the same guy writing all 3, the first one wasn't good to begin with. So why would
No,
the
I
other
The first
be
one
good?
was good.
No,
Don't say that.
Nah.
No,
Shut
it
your
wasn't.
mouth.
It was
No.
okay.
No, but okay, so
It was
let's
better
say,
than this.
Let's
It was
say
better than this
Nolan
one.
did Batman Begins, and then he says someone else is going to write and direct part 2,
got
and then
more problems
and then
than
maybe
that.
I'll come back with part 3.
You're gonna get a different style movie, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but they all have to flow together. So having one guy in complete control of all movies, I think would help. Now again, I'm not the biggest fan
That's not going to happen.
of it.
The ship has sailed.
That's what I'm saying though. To me, that's a big issue in these movies. Is the fact there's too
Yeah.
many hands in it. Trying to go like, well, I'll do my version,
Well,
and then
not
you can do
enough
your
hands.
version.
They're
That's
not,
the problem.
not
Yeah,
good
but-
enough hands.
You know,
Well,
That's
even
what I'm
Hamill had to delete some tweets or something. He didn't.
He didn't like his
agree
character.
with what happened with his character. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and tries to like sugarcoat it and be like, "Oh, no, I was just saying that I didn't think he should have done something, but I trust the directors."
Yeah.
So even he's like not really into it.
I think it's because there's a completely different story that still needs to be told, and they wanted to go directly into this new trilogy. But to be honest, now you can make another Kylo Ren movie if you want to do that, and do a prequel to that, and which I'll be okay
could've.
with. You can
You
still.
could, but
I'll be okay with
It'd be
that.
hard because of Luke, though.
Yeah, you recast Luke, man. Like they're gonna recast Han Solo.
Sure, just recast my character. That's fine.
So you got that. I mean, I can see where you're coming from because you could kind of see it. Like everything gets thrown away, where Snoke like gets killed out of nowhere, but then that led to a pretty badass scene. And
that
then,
was a great scene.
But I like what Johnson did because now the Jedis are evolving. The Jedis aren't coming from like and I guess before they never did, but at least for Star Wars, they're not coming from one lineage. They're not coming from one family. Now you're gonna see them more and more like the little kid, and I think that's why
I like this.
Why? Why'd you like that scene?
Well, this is like a new spark of them starting. And it's kind of weird that it's called The Last Jedi because of that scene. But it's like more organically the Jedi's people are having inherited powers who are not part of the Skywalkers or whatever other
midichlorians.
Let's not talk about that. It's funny that they don't talk about that ever again after the first one.
Well, it's such a big deal on the internet.
It's a new telling of the story, and it's going to a new direction where this still had everything of a Star Wars movie. It had the lightsaber battles. It had this at the beginning 5 minutes of that movie was great. No.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was freaking great. Poe Dameron
doing his thing.
He was doing his thing. It was awesome, man. I like Poe more than Han Solo because Han Solo was just quick like quirks here and there.
Yeah.
You get me? But Poe actually he'll talk crap and then he'll back it up. So that's why Han Solo I think Poe is going to become more of a figure with like more than what Han Solo ever became in the movies. Finn could go either way. Like Finn, I mean. Yeah, he's just thrown in there.
Nah, he's
just a lot of things thrown in.
Almost
Finn is like that person that you have to save every single time.
He goes off and does this stupid mission for no reason. I mean, it didn't help anyone.
Like, how else would you have changed the story then?
Not have it.
But okay, you're getting chased.
Yeah.
You find out that you could hack the system. You have no one else that could hack it.
So wait,
how else would you change it?
Remind me, why are they being chased?
Because they want to freaking
like they destroyed the Star Killer base.
Yeah.
Where were the rebels when that got destroyed? Were they like right outside the orbit?
Basically? No. So,
no, it has nothing to do
with...
You
gotta remind me, like, where were they?
The First Order, okay, they blew up our planet. Let's go to their main base and blow it all up.
Yeah, the rebels go and destroy Star Killer base.
Yeah, and so then the First Order finds the rebel base.
Yeah, they'll blow it up.
So it's basically half. I don't know how.
Because it's First Order. I don't know.
That's stupid. See...
No, dude, if you keep searching, you'll find it.
You don't need the chase scene.
I don't have to.
You don't need the chase scene then.
They're getting away.
I don't have to.
They had to get everything.
They spent too much time on running away. Like that was just too much.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. What would you change the story to, man?
You got to expand on these parts that were good. Like, give us just a little more with the Kylo going bad, and more Snoke, more of these mysteries that nobody's answering.
But these stories were always like in Star Wars lore. They were always like the side stuff. The main stuff was like the political things, like getting chased, the battle on Hoth, stuff like that. That was the political stuff.
That's action.
The political stuff of the action. That's where it led to. But then, on the side story, you had Luke Skywalker, you had the Jedis, and all that. But that's what I'm saying. How would you have changed this movie then?
I don't know.
See? If they're not running away, what else are they doing? Saying they're in fight? I mean, that battle's going to go... I think if you look at where they were, it was just a small group. They already, in the first one, they destroyed the rebels' allies, all three of the cities. Okay, they destroyed all that. Yeah, they destroyed the complete planet. So really, it's only this small group of rebels.
There's barely anything left of them.
Barely anything. So that's all they can do now. They run away. They destroy this huge base, and then somehow they found the base, the rebel base, and now they have to.
I guess story-wise, I guess that's the only thing you can do. Maybe I don't know if you sit around and think about it for a couple of years like they did, you could probably come up with something better. But the execution, though, it's back to the execution. Like it's like. Too much to this running away stuff and this side stuff. Like we're trying to, let's go find some piece of technology that can help us do something. I don't know, on the casino planet.
Again, they could have expanded on what worked. Rey and Kylo, their what's what I'm looking for. What? Their bond, how it grew and how they.
They did show that.
No, more of it though. Like
I didn't want any more of that.
I think it was enough.
Should have changed Luke, so like his story instead of being like a whiny little crap. They could have worked on the stuff that we really wanted, expand on it.
What did we really want?
Again, more Kylo. Okay, look, none of the old stuff. Leia and her Superman scene that made no sense.
Force scene. Well, that's
but she could use the Force.
But everyone thought that you could use the Force. She could use the Force, and that she was Force sensitive, and that finally came into
how, but why? And
why?
But how did all that happen?
What do you mean how?
Yeah, how did she become Force sensitive? How did she go
dude,
from...
her father is Darth Vader.
Doesn't matter.
One of the strongest Jedi.
That's why you have to be trained in the Force. You got to be able to learn.
She barely uses it, though.
She barely uses it. And that
she
was
brings herself back to life.
But that was such
fly forward.
But that was such an extreme case.
She didn't come back.
So the
to
Force
life.
just comes back.
She was frozen and eyes red and dead, and she came back.
Yeah, she was frozen. She was on. But you've never heard the stories of like moms, kids getting stuck and they're being able to lift a car.
Yeah,
was that her child in there or just her?
No, that's what I meant.
No,
like,
I understand.
Yeah, with a child in there.
Under stress.
Under stress.
Something could come out.
It's the same thing where...
Rey did it in the first one. When she was stressed, she got herself out of the shackles like she...
Oh, yeah.
She made Daniel Craig let her out of it.
Not that extreme. Like, she was... The Force was more draining through her... Or not draining, but going through her. But, like, she already... Leia's been old. She's lived a long time. And this was such an extreme case of her dying that, of course, your body's going to try to save yourself, and it just happened like that. I mean, it could have been a little bit better, like her flying for like 30 seconds into the ship, but that's why she's Force sensitive.
No, but you can be Force sensitive and all that, but no one ever taught her how...
It doesn't matter.
It does.
That's what I'm trying to...
Really
No. That's what I'm trying to say is that even if you're not trained into it, that mom who's trying to save her kid, she's not weightlifting every single day.
Yeah.
But she knows the basic idea is lift a car to save your kid. She's saving herself.
She's used it.
She knows the basic thing of survival. Her body kicks it. No, not her.
To turn her body from dead to life to fly forward.
Not her.
Instinct.
Her body instinct of being a Jedi, having that power in her.
Dude, yes, it could.
The Force. The Force, just like her, like getting smacked into space. Her body is gonna come back and be like, "Oh shit, we gotta save her!" Boom, and then that's what happens.
And that's why trilogy, it was Luke learning and growing and becoming the person that he was.
He was
this
never...
is just her like because she never used the Force at all ever before until now. When
Cloud City, she used it a bunch of times. Man. Come on.
When did she use it?
I'm asking you.
Who, Leia?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
In the original?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm asking you.
Yes, when freaking Luke is hanging on the freaking antenna in Cloud City, she's like, she was able to find him with the freaking Force.
Link up with the Force.
Yeah, that's
no one else.
Sister.
And then
that's the Force.
She's
that's
able
the Force.
She's able to feel Kylo.
Again,
his emotions in this one too.
Again, that kind of stuff is explained because they're all from the same blood. That is fine, but
no, dude, because like even my brother, I don't know what the fuck my brother's doing right now.
What's the argument?
If I'm close, but you just explained it perfectly.
What?
No,
does he have Force powers?
No. That bond is easily explained. That they're all family. They're all born with that.
So they all have the Force.
No, they're Force sensitive.
So they all have the Force. But they all have the Force.
Okay.
They're not trained to use the Force, but they all have the Force, right, Sonny?
So if I give you a baseball, go pitch. Okay, you might be able to throw fast, but you don't know how to pitch. You gotta learn and train your powers.
But that's not your thing.
Doesn't mean you can't throw it.
And plus, I don't have to throw a baseball to save my life.
It's a pretty big thing, though.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't need to know how to throw a baseball to save my life. Her body needed to do that to save her life.
But how do we know that the Force does that, though?
Because it does. How do we know that the Force just talks to someone?
You can't just say because it's the Force.
But you can't say that because random powers come out of freaking nowhere. Like one guy can do lightning and another one can't, and another one can make a bubble, another one can't. I mean, it's like you
gotta train to use it. Yeah. But no, the lightning comes. The training comes from like the Sith.
This was just floating. I mean, that's not a huge leap.
No,
it's not like she destroyed a Star Destroyer with the Force out of nowhere.
It was dead. She barely came back alive. And
then I don't think she was dead.
No, she wasn't dead.
I don't think she was dead. She was starting to die, but then the Force saved her body.
Yeah.
And
because
it didn't save her. She just pulled herself.
Her
eyes went red. She closed.
No, dude.
She's frozen her friend, and all of a sudden,
I'm closed. Like
she just refused that. That's it. She just pulled herself. It's not that big a deal.
I think she died.
No, I think she still had vital signs. Just the Force put a shield around her, and then she came back to life. Like she snapped back into it, and then she went into it.
My problem was that they go on tangents and they don't stick to what I wanted to see. So like,
but hold on. Going back to this Force thing, Luke was never really trained. He with a lightsaber, he was never really trained.
No, he wasn't.
No.
He had that little thing.
But the Force...
That's it. Hold on,
He went to a different planet with Yoda.
Hold on, but that doesn't
Yoda
matter.
taught him.
So is the Force learning the lightsaber? Is that part of the Force?
That?
You need
Hold on.
No, it's the it's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the Spidey sense. Okay,
so you're saying that's a skill that comes out, right?
Lightsaber.
Are you saying that's a skill that comes out?
That you have to learn how to use like anything else.
Are you saying that's a skill that comes out? Are you saying learning to use the lightsaber, that's a skill that comes out?
No, he has to learn it as well.
So why did he? Why was he able? Hold on.
In the movie,
why was he able to keep up with Darth Vader? Why was he able to keep up with Darth Vader with that lightsaber fight in the second one?
Vader wasn't trying.
Yeah, he wasn't trying.
How about in the third one?
That was his son.
How about in the third one?
Wasn't trying.
At that point, no. Vader at that point was going through something. He's like, "This is my son.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill me. I don't want to kill him." Because he even turns around, kills the Emperor, and goes,
"No, he wants to kill him at that point. At that point, Darth Vader is kind of stuck. Like, do I just go all the way and just do what I did before?
So he's conflicted.
Or do I save? Correct. The same thing as Luke, though. My point is, Luke knew how to fight without even really that much training that we saw with the light.
No, but they
saber.
But they again with that little thing, They actually, in the film they actually showed he is training or he is training. You don't have to be like here's a monster that's been training for a year, but you understand that he is training. They implanted in your head.
When did he ever train? That
what?
Empire Strikes Back starts like almost right in the beginning, right after the Force Awakens, New Hope. I guess in that little area, he's training there. But my point is with Leia is that. Yes, she probably never trained with the Force. You probably never saw it, but she was Force sensitive, so the Force was in her, and that's why she could talk to Luke. So why is it so crazy that her body is going through this traumatic thing, and the body tries to save her from using the Force?
Because it's crazy for me in these films that everyone just has powers. It's like it's natural.
Not everybody. Who else has powers?
No, Rey, Kylo, Leia now. Like,
what do you mean Leia now?
Leia's always been a part of that family. Kylo has been part of that family.
Again, the power level of which she can use the Force. It's like all of a sudden she can do all this.
What power level?
She didn't do much, man.
Rey can't Force push.
She can lift though.
Okay, now at the end,
what did she
after being trained,
big old rocks, like big fucking rocks.
But after being trained by Luke, after.
She wasn't trained by him.
But Luke gave her advice.
You go find your own path.
Luke gave her advice. And it's not about lifting rocks. And that's kind of where it went into that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kylo was a part of Leia, who now we're arguing about why she now could use the Force like that.
Big of a thing.
I knew it was, but I didn't think it was going to come from Sunny. So it's just there. She was Force sensitive. She probably never trained the Force. But just like me, I work out. If something happens to Violet or one of my dogs, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do everything I can to fucking lift that whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those, your body's reacting to that. And then what I was trying to say is that Leia, after she did that, she was not okay. She still had to go into like a coma or whatever and be regenerated
for
up.
Like an hour.
Well, you don't know how long it was in the movie. You could probably figure out how long it was in the movie, but still, point is that she wasn't good right after.
She was not done well in this movie, her character.
I don't know why. I don't know if her death had something to do with it or something.
Because she filmed all stuff before she died, so they already kind of knew what the character was going to do.
But I just didn't think she was done all that well. Luke either. I mean, they were just kind of useless. Like
they were just pillars.
Now that and unfortunately in real life, Carrie Fisher is dead now.
Yeah.
So now it's all the brand new stuff for
Did
part
Leia
3.
die in this movie?
No.
Okay.
But she didn't film anything for part 3.
No.
And they're not gonna do what they did in
Rogue One.
Rogue One, where they CGI.
Yeah.
No, so I don't know how they're gonna handle it, but she's not gonna be in part 3.
To me, Rogue One was better than this and Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because Rogue One, you know why? Say it.
What?
Why was it?
I don't know why.
Because Rogue One was fresh.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good idea. I've always, like I just said in the beginning of this, I've been into the expanded stuff more than I've been into the mainline stuff for a long time. So that's probably why it was better to me.
And I think it's because we have so much fatigue with like Luke Skywalker and stuff like that. That we do like the characters, but you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Which is again because another problem I had with both of them was that they try to so here's the new stuff. here's the old stuff. You love the old stuff when we're going to shove it in your face. And then when someone dies, there's no feels there. You know, it's like when Han died, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't even care. And they didn't acknowledge it in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't acknowledge it at all.
It's like, dude, come on.
They said he died.
Well, I mean, yeah, but...
Where's Han?
Did they?
Where's Han?
Did
One
they?
line.
Who said
Where's
that?
Han?
Oh, that's right.
Nobody cries.
Oh, Luke
nobody
said it.
does
And he's like,
anything.
oh, and he's like, where's Han? Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
that's right.
Leia,
Yeah, he
listen.
didn't even care.
He's like, Leia, this is what you need to do.
He took one breath.
No,
and he's like, okay.
No, it cut. It cut after that.
Yeah.
Where he's like, where's Han? And then it cut.
And then next thing is him going,
you gotta admit, there's almost no point to his
save you.
death. It's not like it changed Kylo in any way.
Yeah.
It did it because
actually,
it
made him conflict, right? Because it made him kill Snoke.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
No.
Because
he killed him because...
It was a wasted death because he couldn't even kill Leia.
Well, he took a jab at him. He's like, you killed your father. I could tell it's tearing you apart or something. And then he kills Snoke after that.
Well,
not after that, no.
Again,
but it led up to
because Kylo is a very good high point for me. He's a really good character. The way he's trying to express his feelings and emotions, everything he's going through, I think is really good. And because you never know what he's doing or what he's thinking, which is a really good thing.
Not for me.
I could respect where this movie was going, and how it stands. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not the best Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. I did say that after I left, but thinking back at it, yeah, like the Han Solo death is kind of wasted because they didn't really do anything for Kylo. Maybe it does a little bit later, but I still really do like this movie a good amount. Where I'll watch it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it on the first day I'm gonna watch it again.
So and this I think this kind of explains everything.
What?
Big Star Wars fan, a hopeful Star Wars fan who wants to like what comes out. And someone who's no longer a Star Wars
like a lapsed fan.
Yeah.
Who's a lapsed fan?
Him.
I think there's Star Wars people out there that are big Star Wars fans that didn't like the movie.
This was a good point that Manny made, is that for me, I don't really care what happens with the Skywalker stuff anymore. Like, just you could give me the other stuff like Rogue One or Knights of Republic. I'm good with that.
Solo?
No Solo.
Solo has. I feel bad for Solo, the movie, because it changed directors just like Justice League.
Should have done a Boba Fett movie.
Through the film.
Oh my god! And then the guy who did Godzilla was going to do the Boba Fett movie.
Oh, he should have done it.
Yeah, but whatever.
Something else, man.
We've
seen enough
movie.
Han Solo. We've seen enough of freaking Han Solo.
And then for me, the problem is that it's not Harrison Ford, which to me makes the character.
But it's like that.
No, because if this guy, that's like saying. Oh, I can't watch the Joker movie. I can't watch this new Dark Knight movie because it's not Jack Nicholson.
No, because there's a bunch of different.
There's no way to do Harrison Ford, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of different versions of Jokers out there. You can have your favorite.
But back
there's
in
only
1989, there wasn't. There was two
89?
Jokers.
Well, here's the thing. Han Solo's not that interesting.
The comics, the animated series.
The comics didn't. The comics was like joking, so that was Caesar Romero. What's his name?
So there was 4 then.
Yeah, really.
There are different versions of Joker out there. You can do them differently. There's no like. Okay, look.
There wasn't. It was really joking Joker, and what we saw in the movie, or what we saw in the TV show.
But we're talking about 89? Han Solo, Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
But that's what I'm
like.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You know, like he is Han Solo.
I guess.
You know,
I don't think Han Solo needs a movie.
No, he doesn't either.
He's just a smuggler. He's just kind of. He doesn't have enough to.
His
be
story
his own
in
movie.
the first 3 were.
That's what he got Lando.
We already saw his character arc and everything.
We don't see it anymore because
he became. He actually sacrificed himself for the rebels and for Luke and Leia. We already got all that. I mean, I don't know.
We don't need
what's he gonna do in this movie?
Because
get the Falcon? I mean,
it's gonna be.
He wanted in a bed. Who gives a crap?
It's gonna be the connection from the prequel. From the prequels to this one. That's why
it's between 3 and 4.
I think it has to be. Yeah, it has to be. And we'll see where it fits in with Rogue One.
What story?
Well, actually, Rogue One, it's like right after, right? Never mind. So he's already Harrison Ford during Rogue One. So yeah, this is going to be like picking up probably after the prequels or maybe in the middle of the prequels.
Yeah, I just don't think it's needed. I'm not excited for it.
It's not needed, but you still want to see it. Like
I don't.
Like those extended stuff, that extended stuff's not needed.
Yeah, but it's better done than this. I mean, they've created.
You haven't seen the movie. Come on, you can't
They've
say that.
created. Okay, let me tell you, the expanded universe has better characters.
Are you talking about
than
canon?
A lot of
what
the
are you
on-screen
talking about,
stuff.
though?
Well, canon has been shot out the window,
Yeah.
basically. So everything that was before is just now it doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't matter.
Well, it was just a universe reboot.
They keep
basically
changing
like
things
how
because
Marvel
I'm-
does it. They do.
because now there's stuff
reboot
back
on their stuff.
added as
So it's
canon,
like
but-
now Peter Parker is no longer married to Mary Jane or something. It's just like it's a
storyline
reboot.
shit.
That stuff still happened, but now going forward in the new stories, that stuff
they don't
didn't
bring
happen.
no. Yeah.
So it's like it's separated then that way. But I don't know. The next movie comes out
I'm
what, 2
excited.
years?
Yeah.
Next year.
2020?
Next year.
Yeah, because
2019.
it's 2018 now. So
We're gonna get a Star Wars movie
Oh, yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solo's
I don't know
this
what's
year.
gonna be the next one after this.
It was supposed to be. It was Solo. They're the what number fucking
Jesus, we got
We're
more.
dropping bombs here today.
number what? Anyways, it was supposed to be the last.
It's number 9 now.
Number
It's
9,
coming
and it was supposed to be Fett, but they canceled that.
So you guys know
they don't
who-
know what they're gonna put
up.
next.
You guys know who's making the next trilogy, right?
What next trilogy?
Yeah, there's a next
There's
trilogy.
gonna be a next trilogy.
Stop it.
It's gonna be. It's gonna
It's
be.
still
Johnson.
gonna be Skywalker followed.
I don't think so. If
It better
if it's
not.
anything like what Johnson did with this movie, it's not.
So more
Because
Kylo
Johnson's
Ren
gonna write the
stuff?
whole thing.
So the next
is he?
era of
Yeah.
Jedi
I'll
and
take
Sith, basically.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'll take that.
See, look at that.
Well, because he's gonna do all 3.
He's helmed to write all 3 of them.
Well, he-
That again.
seriously, that sold it for you? Just that he's doing it?
Well, no, because his whole thing is that not every there's multiple writers with this whole trilogy, and if you
Okay.
could only get one writer now to do the whole story, yeah, he's gonna be on board with that, or he's gonna be a
agree with
hypocrite.
But what do you call it?
Again, are they gonna be good? I don't know.
So
But
it's gonna
that helps me go. Okay.
So this new trilogy is probably going to be like what is the new
It's probably gonna be with the new Jedi.
the new path of the new Jedis and Sith, basically.
I like that. That would be.
Or
better
how
than this.
about the good guys are actually the bad guys the third time around? The Jedi are actually bad.
If they do it
Oh,
right,
okay.
that could be excellent. That could be amazing.
Like the Sith has taken control.
No,
and
the
now
Jedi.
Jedis are
no,
trying
Jedi.
No. The Jedi has finally won against the Sith, and they have now are controlling
superpower.
the universe.
to.
They're
Okay.
the superpower.
And then they start turning bad. They turn into the Sith, but they were actually the good guys.
Yeah.
And it becomes again, but the good guys now have red lightsabers instead of
It
blue
would be good
lightsabers.
to flip it on its head, man, because it needs something.
It needs
like
to
a
be
punch in the
flipped.
arm. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they kind of hinted
Punch
at
in the
that.
gut.
I like when Kylo said that maybe let's just throw all this away, like
No Empire, no Jedi.
Yeah, no
just
Jedi,
you and me.
no rebels, nothing like
Yes.
that. It's just let's just start. So that was cool.
At that point, I
really
was like,
liked that part.
if they did that, I would be like, I need to see
Yes,
3 now.
that would be
or
awesome.
the third one, I need to see that one right
Yeah,
now.
I wish they would have.
But they didn't.
Do you think JJ was pissed that all that was changed?
I don't think he really cared.
No, because he's such a. His brain just jumps from project to project. Like he's like, oh, I used to love Star Trek. Let me go do Star Trek. Oh, they're offering me Star Wars. Okay, bye Star Trek.
Well, yeah,
You know,
well
it's like-
because he was always a bigger Star Wars fan than
He was. That he was.
Star Trek too. So he's like, oh, bye guys.
Yeah, that he was. I'm excited that JJ is coming back for the Star Wars movie. That was the greatest news that I got from it. I think we're finally gonna see the Knights of Ren. Maybe the Knights of Ren will come later. If they
I wanna
never
see
come up, that's gonna be
They should have made
such a disappointment.
It was
that should have been a movie.
Because-
Knights of Ren,
Actually, now
not Solo.
yeah.
the Knights of Ren could be the Sith Lords that what Palpatine had. You know, Palpatine had Darth Vader. He had Dooku.
The rule of 1 is no more.
What's that? No, the rule of 1 is no more. No, was it rule of 2? No, rule of 2.
Oh yeah, the rule of 2. That's right. Master and
the
apprentice.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, so it's basically the rule of 1. It's I'm
When
the
there's
master,
always one,
you're the
they
guy.
always refer
Next
to
you
it.
kill me, and then you go.
when
first.
there's
You
where
kill
there's
me.
always one, there's a master right
yeah,
behind it.
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
So that's gonna be good.
Shout out to Qui-Gon Jinn.
Phantom Menace. The only good part about that was the fight.
I like the
That was
prequels,
a
man.
good present.
All of them?
Yeah,
All of them?
yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. All of them?
All of
No, Clone Wars was crap.
No, it
was
was not
bad.
crap.
What did you like
bad.
about Clone Wars? Because it had Boba Fett's dad in there.
The freaking
Never mind.
Clone
Jango
Wars was
Fett.
what I liked about it.
Jango Fett was in the movie. That's why he
Like,
loved
I
it.
love that you finally get more Jedis and experienced Jedis, and all these Jedis know
But they all
how to
die.
use the Force very well. And
all die.
there's a big giant battle. And all
They have
that
all
stuff.
this Force,
So
but they
it's
can't
good stuff.
sense that the rebel.
Well, that's what I like in this
rebellion
movie
is
too,
coming.
in The Last Jedi, where Luke is like, the Jedis should just die. Like, I don't even want to be part of the Force. Like, all we do is fail. All we do is like cause more problems. I'd rather just the Jedi just go away.
Terrible at their
And that's
job.
why he's like refusing to train Rey the whole time. And I bought that part of it. I'm like, dude, Luke is right, man. Like, let's just let the Jedi freaking die. Like, they haven't ever had a good outcome on things. Like, they've always made things
I never played the old Republic. How was that?
very good. Check out those games. They're good.
Were they part of that at all?
No, this is like thousands of years in the past.
Okay.
So
Oh, I'm just curious.
this
'cause-
is like old school. Like, this is like, that was like the medieval times of Jedis. No, really.
no, that's funny. It just
Like, there was like thousands of Jedi and Sith. Like,
it's just funny.
they were always at war and all that stuff.
It would have
it's,
been
like, way back
interesting
in the past.
if Rey dabbled a little bit extra into the dark side.
Like, what if she did a little bit of lightning or like?
Well,
something?
No, not even that. Like,
I mean,
I don't
like
know.
the power.
she's on the path of being a gray Jedi.
A what?
Huh?
A gray Jedi.
Oh, a gray Jedi. If they're
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're in like the.
There's
Good.
no good. There's
No,
bad.
yeah.
It's just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
There's no good or bad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Force takes a turn. Like, there's no bad or evil. It's just kind of like
That'd be
a little bit gray.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the idea is like there's no constant good, no constant bad
I
because
think you have no
one
idea where
cannot
this
live
is going.
without the other.
I do want to see how they wrapped this trilogy. So
It'll be interesting because
I'll
they
watch
got
it.
because they got to
But I
finish.
mean, this one kind of took the wind out of it for me, man.
It I don't know. I still think it was a good movie. It didn't really follow the first one, Force Awakens, as
I wasn't as
Great
mad
to a
at Force
T.
Awakens as this one.
I was mad at Force Awakens.
you were mad at Force Awakens. Man,
At the
you're
end,
such
I
a
was.
party pooper.
This one,
I
like,
like the beginning. The first 75% of that movie was very good, but the way they ended Force Awakens, it's just kind of
Why? Because it was a
pissed me
blow
off.
up again.
It was too easy to destroy that base. Like, they destroyed it in 20 minutes, and then Han Solo's death was poorly done, and those parts just made me like hate the ending. But like, bringing back the whole revival of Star Wars was pretty cool in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm glad Star Wars is back. I'm
I
glad that
am
we're
glad.
gonna get some new stuff from it, some extra stuff. I like these movies that are coming out.
I want the Knights of Ren.
I like their idea though to do like a yearly movie, like sidetrack movies.
Those are good.
Rogue One was damn good. Like, I really love that movie. Like, that was for me like a 9 out of 10. I really
How about the
liked it.
beginning or the ending
I like the ending.
I love the ending.
with Vader coming?
Oh, I
back?
love that.
That was the greatest thing
It made me
pretty
happy.
much
It
we've
made me so
almost ever
happy.
seen. I mean,
I was like, yes, I'm gonna
That's-
cry.
that's Vader like trying a little bit harder. Like, if he fought Luke with hate, and
Oh,
he didn't know he was
can
his son, he
kill
would have
him easy.
destroyed him.
Oh,
in
easy.
5 seconds. Like, he
Yeah.
would have never had a chance.
I think that's what we need. We need more Vader.
Yeah.
Mm.
but
There's
it
so
was,
much. There's so many different takes that it could do. Like if they do a Fett movie, it'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
If they
would
do
be
a
great.
Fett movie,
and because of
Dude, they should just start
Like
it with
that,
him in the pit, and he gets out, and then he
no,
does something.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
Um,
man, fuck that.
But
yeah, that'd be cool. See how he survived that.
The opening is just like this horror, like his eyes are blinking, and he's seeing like the tentacles and the
his
teeth.
eyes are blinking.
Not his eyes blinking.
His eyes are
No,
blinking.
like he's barely conscious. He's like trying to
Oh.
stay awake.
Oh,
and
no,
then
so
he,
like,
like you see his flame
Oh,
light up, and
like
then he like
like you see the inside, like you see the teeth.
you're inside the pit, yeah, and you're like
And you just see,
being
like,
eaten, and he gets out somehow. and,
POV,
like,
right? So it'd be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, POV.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, I can see
and he's
that.
like looking up, and you could see some like light, like
Uh-huh.
sunlight coming in, and you hear the monster like growling, and he's stuck in there, and he's trying to get out. He's using his little tools and stuff.
But where would it go from there?
Yeah.
Well, then he gets out, and maybe it's a survival movie on Tatooine, and he's got like very limited.
Riddick.
He's got.
He's
He's got his armor's deteriorated. He's got his weapons are destroyed.
His armor
He's
can't
got almost
deteriorate.
nothing. So
That's the problem, though.
he's got to get
because
off the world somehow.
That's the problem because the cool thing about Boba Fett is that his armor, so you can't lose his armor.
No,
Yeah.
he's not going to lose it. It's just not going to. His rocket's messed up, and his
metal
flamethrower is
can-
screwed up.
He-
We're going to show you why Boba Fett is
He's like
badass,
the
even
saber.
without his gadgets and shit. Like, he's going to
That would be good
do stuff on Tatooine and stuff like that. He's going to get off the planet somehow.
because you got the same people there. You got
And
all those monsters.
and it doesn't have to matter that the Empire is over there fighting the rebels.
Yeah,
like
that don't matter.
he's down on the planet by himself. This is a survival like of him getting off the planet.
How
and
long
stuff
would it
like
be?
that. Just keep it short, like 90 minutes.
No,
Just
you
keep-
can't do 90 minutes.
No,
That's
yeah,
a
you
Disney
can.
movie.
No,
I would be done
No,
with
you
that.
got to do an
Do
hour.
it quick. Do a quick one.
That version, yeah, okay. For that short amount
He's
of time,
not a character.
You gotta
he's
give
not a
it-
2.5 hour character.
No, not 2.5.
okay,
You got to do at least 2.
Well,
2 hours.
because like
Depends what's gonna happen if other characters are gonna show up or anything like
No,
that.
you got to do 2 hours.
Maybe he goes back to Jabba's palace.
They should go to the writers and be like, if you can't do this in 2 hours, then we can't have you. That thing has to be like 200 pages.
Yeah.
That script has to be
2
200
hours.
pages with that. And we have to go from there.
But that's why I'm like, I don't want the Solo movie.
yeah, I don't want that. Either.
Do something else. Like me, like I keep saying this, but I'm the expanded universe guy. So when you do Rogue One, I'm happy. When you do something else, like you're supposed to break off from the main path, not freaking do a Solo movie, next a Leia movie, next, you know.
A Chewie movie.
Yeah, a Chewie movie. Like it's like
I
as
like
much
a
as I would
Christmas
like a
special.
Chewie movie, but
No,
No.
you don't want it.
no, it probably wouldn't work. But anyway, I'm saying like break off from that. Like Rogue One is a good break off, but it's still tied in.
Because to jump on you, the expanded stuff I really like Boba Fett and his people. Like there's like 4 movies there easy.
Well, there's a lot of
like,
good games out
it's
there.
really
Like
cool.
the expanded games are all good. Like Old Republic, there's a Boba Fett game called Bounty Hunter.
There wasn't there?
There's a Republic Commando game. It's basically like a tactical
Was that
Republic game.
So
Like it's
you're
a trooper.
Special elite.
Yeah, exactly. And you're
Clone
going,
trooper?
yes,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah, I remember
You
that
go on
game.
these missions, and everybody has their specialty. There's like a heavy guy and all this other stuff. So those are
Yeah, I
cool,
mean,
like,
there's
stuff
plenty
like
of stuff
that.
you can do like outside of the main story where like you can give us something different.
Yeah.
You can do something different, and then we come back to the read the story.
Do you remember?
Like, different variety.
You remember Shadows of the Empire on N64?
I do.
That tied into Hoth battle. Like the main character of Shadows of the Empire is in the Hoth battle, but then after that battle, he breaks off and he does his own adventure.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is pretty cool. They should do more stuff like that.
So, after this discussion, did it change your mind on anything?
Not me.
Was I able to persuade any of you?
No.
I like the nuggets and all that stuff, but the
Did you
execution
enjoy the
just
movie?
wasn't good.
If you watch it again after what I told you, would you enjoy the movie a little bit more?
Maybe a little.
No.
Maybe like one point more, but not that much.
Again, to make the point, I think again, like us three, kind of explains where the fans stand. You know, again, big fan,
Good mix.
and
Natural
then,
mix, right?
and then someone who
Then
is
the hater.
not a fan anymore. I mean, if you want to call me a hater, it's fine. But I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of Star Wars anymore. And again,
he hasn't
this
been
is
for a while.
this is where I think why the fans are so split. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you can come at Star Wars from so many angles. It's
think-
been around for long enough. There's been enough stuff. There's been prequels. There have been standard movies. There have been cartoons. There's
Not
been
cartoons.
so much stuff. Like people like it from a lot of angles, and it just kind of depends.
Like me, I like half of the cartoons.
I think there's some.
I don't watch the cartoons.
There's some element of Star Wars that you have to be very young. Like
Yeah.
the original trilogy, I
Yeah,
watched
sure.
it. I was like 8, and I fell in love with it.
Because
If I was like 15 at the time and I watched it, maybe I wouldn't have liked it as
Well,
much.
I think young because it's at the end of the day it's a story of good and bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very a
'cause,
basic story.
When the prequels came out, when the third one came out,
Mm-hmm.
I was in the 8th grade. So Phantom Menace came out like what, maybe 3-4 years
you were
before that.
like, yeah.
So I was a kid.
You were too, yeah.
I think
So-
Johnson. I think the problem with this movie is that maybe Johnson thought that he didn't really have to go into much, that the fans will speculate on themselves, where that's not what people wanted. Like if I sit here and dissect this movie, I will enjoy it even more because you start thinking what Rey started thinking, then what Kylo was starting thinking, and the whole thing. Like I said, like if they switched spots, they would be two different complete characters. Rey would be probably the strongest Sith Lord out there, and Kylo might have been a good Jedi, or he actually might have failed. You know, you get me?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where
Yeah, I mean, that stuff is pretty interesting.
So-
There are interesting things here, man. But
if you dissect it, I think the movie becomes even more. But if you just take it on its own and expect that you're going to get a Star Wars movie just like the other ones, you're not going to get it. And I think that's what people got really
Yeah.
mad about.
I think I'm enjoying the dissection more than the actual watching it, like the execution of it.
So that's good. That means that the movie will probably last a little bit longer than it should. You know, you get me? Like,
Yeah.
people are going to still be able to talk about it. And then once we get this movie where we could watch all 9 movies, not back to back,
Holy hell.
but we could watch them and not wait for the other one and be like, oh, wait, did that happen? No, we could actually watch it and then go on to the next one and be like, oh, yeah, see, this is why this happened because...
Is the next...
So-and-so.
Are they going to do an Obi-Wan movie, too? Or were they just talking about it?
They were talking about it.
That's the thing. It's like,
we
why
don't need
do
an
that?
Obi-Wan.
You already had
Go
3
away.
fucking movies with that, and then you had them in the New Hope too. You don't.
I
need
get
that.
why you would want Han
Like, you
Solo
gotta stop
because
that.
Han Solo was only like a support character, and then became
He's
a main
pretty main,
character.
dude.
Yeah, he became a main character.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
Obi-Wan,
like 2
he
and
was
3.
a main character, then became a support character.
Yeah.
Like you don't need
No,
another
you
movie
don't.
in there.
You
You
don't.
really don't.
Let's
I
do a
don't need
Yoda movie.
No,
No.
you don't. You really don't need
I
that.
want none of the old people.
Not even Yoda. Like Yoda's so good because he didn't speak that much.
Exactly. So we don't.
That's why
we don't need
Yoda was
all
so
this
good.
extraness
Well, there's so
and
many
stuff.
pockets of Star Wars that you could dive
There's plenty
into.
of
So
stuff.
it's like, why go over this?
Boba, we need a Boba
maybe,
Fett movie.
well, maybe
Yes,
they think
yes, we do.
maybe they're just not confident that they can do a movie that will sell.
I don't
They're
think so.
they're going on the safe bets.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Solo.
'cause it
Everybody
doesn't
knows Solo.
get the
Everybody
money.
knows Obi-Wan. So what? Let's go with those instead of trying to
Well,
they
they
do
didn't
something
go with
cool
the safe
like
bet with
Boba Fett or
Rogue
something
One.
like that. A little bit because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna tell how they got the plans for the Death Star,"
Yeah.
and then that was like their big selling point.
Yeah, it was based on. Yeah, it was based on. It was like it's the
There's
Death
a big
Star.
hook into like
There's
the
Vader in
originals.
it. Well, again, like those
It
help
wasn't-
people bring in.
It
But I
wasn't
think the movie all
completely
stands up.
disconnected, so it was like, that's,
Well,
So if they can give us other stuff that isn't.
I don't
tied
think I
with
could
all the
watch
other
this
main
movie
characters.
again. I don't think so.
yes, you will, and you will.
I'll watch the scenes, like the fight.
Well, I mean,
the fighting scene.
yeah,
was
I can't
great,
watch
some
a
of that
full-
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I can't watch a full movie on its own again.
the fight scenes.
I have been not being able to do that lately.
Yeah, I can't do
Even
that.
movies I really like, I can't go back and watch them again.
Like the movie we were watching
That's so
before we
sad.
started, Dog Days, A Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch that again because I haven't seen it in a long time.
yeah,
I watched
Well, it has to be a
Godfather
big
Part
gap.
2. Like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably like 10 years that I haven't seen that movie. But
yeah.
it's good, man. That was a good discussion.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now, if you guys didn't hear from the beginning, today is Super Bowl Sunday. So what comes with Super Bowl, guys?
The commercials.
The commercials! Now, are you guys going to even watch the big game?
I'm gonna be at work.
Are you going to watch it, though? Are you going to find a way to watch it?
No.
How about you?
No, I don't have cable.
Well, you don't need cables on NBC.
I'm still not gonna watch it.
I am going to watch it. I'm a big sports guy.
I don't even know who's in it.
It's the Eagles and the Patriots.
That's how bad I am.
I
You know
almost went
sports.
to if I was going to a Super Bowl party, I probably would have bought like Eagles stuff and like and
Eagles.
actually go the whole 9 yards. But I'm excited for the commercials more than anything, and that's why
Sure.
I don't like going to parties for the Super Bowl because I want to see the commercials.
Sure.
Everyone that I've been to, all the Super Bowl parties,
What
they
happened?
skip on the commercials.
Because they're not doing
They
it.
skip them.
Well, not skip them, but they like people talk during the commercials,
Oh,
and I'm there just kind of watching
Yeah.
them.
Nobody's like on the edge of their seat, like wanting to see it.
And I kind of want to tell people, shut up,
Yeah.
shut up. The new Transformers commercial is coming on. Thank God there's not one, and this one.
What are you anticipating then out of these commercials?
Well, I have a wish list. I want to see a Solo trailer, which I don't think we're getting it. I think we're getting it tomorrow.
Probably.
I want to see the Venom trailer, especially because they said that Venom got rated. And the Ant-Man trailer. I want to see another Ant-Man trailer and
I
see
haven't
what we
seen
go
the
with that.
trailer
You haven't seen Ant-Man?
I
That's horrible because it's on your own Facebook
I
page
want
for Three
to,
Nerds on a Sunday.
but like I really want to watch it. But I'm like,
No,
what if
check it out. It's
what,
good.
What if I'm sad?
No, you won't be.
Sad about what?
It's good.
What if it disappoints me? Because the
It won't.
first one was pretty good.
It's Ant-Man.
I liked it
No,
a
this
lot.
is this
Paul
builds
Rudd.
on that. It's good.
Paul Rudd.
I would check it out. It looks very good.
Do you even know the bad guy in it?
Yes, I do know the bad guy in it.
Who is it?
I don't remember her name.
The character.
No, I'm saying I don't
Oh,
remember.
never
this
heard
guy
of-
does not. Do you know the bad guy?
You posted it's Ghost or something, but
Yeah,
I've never
Can
heard
you
of.
please read the Facebook page? God,
I
we're
do.
trying
I
to
don't
get,
remember her name.
We're trying to get fans to like us, and you don't even read it.
They'll like me because I don't try too hard.
God. But
I've never heard of that character.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
I don't
that.
either.
And there was one other movie that I was kind of hoping for, but
Which one?
I forgot.
Oh my god!
But for sure, Venom. I want to see a Venom one.
They got it right.
And I don't think we are gonna see it. Like I think 2 years ago, I think it was like they kept showing Jurassic World.
Is Venom 2019?
Yeah, that's coming out this summer.
We already got a
This
Jurassic
summer?
I think
trailer,
so,
right?
yeah.
This summer.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be 2018. Because he has.
Oh crap! No, I'm sorry. 2018. It's coming out 2018.
Venom.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
sure.
what?
I'll look it up again.
That'd be a
pretty-
fat turnaround.
It's actually a pretty.
No, yeah, it's happening pretty quick.
It's pretty packed right now for the superhero movies.
uh,
There's Panther, Avengers, Deadpool.
Infinity Wars. That's all you really need.
What else?
Oh,
Ant-Man.
Deadpool. I want to see Deadpool too.
Yeah, that looks good. I love that
cocaine.
poster with
Yeah,
the
October
like, family dinner thing.
I'm sorry,
and,
it's
like-
not going to be summer. It's going to be October 5th.
October 5th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're going for the Halloween market.
That's pretty cool. Come on, you
Yeah,
gotta
oh,
get
yeah,
excited for
man.
that.
That would be
No,
kind
I'm
of
good.
cool.
I'm gonna I'm
Again,
gonna
like,
watch it. I love Tom Hardy.
They
love Venom.
they gotta give me something to get
I'm in.
excited for, but like, I'm like, I want to like it, but I can't. I just can't right
Well,
now.
we'll see after the trailer.
So I want to see Deadpool, but Deadpool's coming in front of Black Panther, so
Yeah.
go see that.
Yeah, I really
I
want
wanna
to see
close
it.
Do you guys want to see anything? I know you guys aren't watching the game, but you'll get to see the trailers.
I would love to if it's true if they do play a Cloverfield 3 trailer because
that might happen.
because like the first one I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane I loved. These movies I want to
Yeah.
see what they're gonna do with it.
They're interesting.
I'm excited. And I wanna see
You might get a
something.
trailer for Cloverfield on that because it's so that kind of genre is so obscure that when the trailer starts you're like, oh, what is this? And then it just goes into it and you're like, oh, that's so cool. How about you? Is that the only one you want to see? You want to see anything else?
No.
You want to see a Venom trailer?
I mean, I do, but then at the same time, it's like, don't let me down. Some kind of like, oh shit, I don't like. I want to see it, but I don't want to see it.
I can see another Avengers trailer happening too. What about you?
I haven't looked into 2018 that much beyond superhero movies, so I don't have any.
Oh, I want to see a Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
there you
forgot
go.
about that.
I forgot about
it's
that
what,
too.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Cruise?
No.
No, the title.
Yeah, title.
Mission Impossible.
Something.
That's something serious.
Yeah.
The stash.
Mission Impossible.
Looking this up.
Fallout.
Fallout. There you go. Fallout. Yeah, that because
I like Henry Cavill.
first two I'm not a fan, but 3, 4 was it 5 2? No, it was
3, 4, and 5 are good.
yeah.
3 and
They're
4
all
are
good,
good.
man.
I didn't like the last one, honestly. Rogue
Really?
Nation.
I love that
I didn't
one.
even finish
I thought
it.
it was
You didn't
great.
like it?
I didn't
I
finish
loved it.
So
Oh.
I probably
You never
my
finished
opinion is
anything.
probably invalid.
It is. Go away.
I like Tom Cruise a lot. I could respect him even more now because I like him in Mission Impossible.
Well,
Not-
stunts.
To me,
He
to me,
does
He's
his
gonna
own-
die on his son.
He does
He's
his
gonna
own
die.
stunts everywhere. He
Yeah.
broke his ankle
Yeah.
for this one.
He's gonna
to
die.
me, Ghost Protocol is the best one.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
No,
when
yeah.
it started changing the whole thing.
The 3 is where it
no,
started.
three, yeah,
changing.
three's where it changed.
What happened
But-
after 3? Is that with Philip Seymour?
Yeah.
And
No,
JJ came
this
in.
one changed it more.
Well, the Ghost Protocol, yeah, it went like to the way like super spy
The
stuff,
style of it,
man.
yeah,
Like,
but the big changes happened with 3, where it's like, oh, okay, we can actually
Kind of crazy how this franchise, like how it evolved. Like, look at the first one; it was like almost a standalone movie, and it was like very like serious, like real world.
Yeah.
And the second one, freaking John Woo, freaking blows it up, doves flying everywhere and bullets flying everywhere.
Let's run for
Metallica does a song for it, and it's like
crazy.
completely nuts.
I don't think I like the third one as much.
You got to go back and rewatch.
That one I love because
That's
I
a very
remember
good
when I saw, I'm like, I'm on board, and then when Protocol came
That was
out, I
that
like,
was
that
about
one
the
was-
virus, right?
No, that's 2.
No, it's 2. Yeah,
The Chimera virus.
What's the third one?
The third one is where he was training someone, and then his wife gets kidnapped, and then there's Seymour Hoffman running around being
Who's
a bad
Philip
guy.
Seymour Hoffman? Like in that?
He's
like, what's the main thing though?
I'm trying to remember the main thing.
I don't know.
See, it's not that memorable.
There's something in a briefcase. It's like one of those things.
Maybe it
like
was
he's
a
got
virus.
some. It's some kind of world-ending thing in a briefcase that he has to
Usually
stop
it
him from doing. And
I was about to talk shit about the virus thing about the
Yeah.
third one, but then you guys reminded me that it was in the second one, and that was actually I like that.
three.
Okay.
Three.
I was gonna talk
Three
shit
is
about it,
like-
but I'm like, oh, I like it.
Part 3 is like the second best in the whole series.
Yeah,
to
3 is
me.
interesting. It's to me the
You haven't
action,
seen it for a while. The
camera
action is
style,
really
it all
good.
worked.
Yeah, the style. JJ. This is the first JJ movie I was ever introduced to. Was MI3.
So
Yeah.
closing
I
this
think
out, who would you pick? James Bond or Ethan? No, what's his name?
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. I was gonna say Hawk.
If they got into a fight.
No. Like,
Who do you-
what
Who do you prefer?
franchise do you like more? Just Bond franchise or Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
I will say
Follow up question: have you guys seen all the older James Bond ones?
I've seen most of them. I haven't.
How
seen
many
a
are there?
couple.
50?
There's a good amount.
There's a lot of them.
I've seen 20 maybe.
I haven't seen Moonraker. I haven't,
I haven't
seen,
seen that.
From Russia with Love.
What? You haven't seen that? That's a
I
classic.
saw Russia with Love.
Those I haven't seen, but I've seen a lot of them though.
But that's a classic.
I've seen
I've
all
seen
the
a lot
Brosnans, all the Craigs.
Oh, sure.
I've saw all the Connerys, and I haven't seen any Dalton or any more,
Oh,
any Roger Moores either.
or
Dalton, I think, has one, right? Is that the
He
one
has
who
two,
has
I
yeah,
one?
I
think.
think it's like one, maybe
No,
two.
like his
because one was
his
technically not canon, but
Majesty's
it was
Secret
canon.
Service. Is that the one?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
two, and
Yeah.
the Living Daylights I think is him. Too.
No, that's not him. That's someone else.
that's more. I don't know, but anyway, I like Mission Impossible because
Mission
more
Impossible,
consistent,
yeah, I
honestly.
like it. That one I really love.
Well, there's so many less of them. It's hard to say
Yeah.
that.
I think I like. I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
The last Bond movie gave me like the fatigue on that character. Like it's like
Royaldo is like my favorite.
Like I'm done with this
Any Bond
character.
movie I've ever seen was that one.
That was a great
Royaldo's
refreshment,
favorite.
a revival right there.
I'm gonna say I like Bond more because I like the lifestyle that it shows, like the fast cars, the sexy cars, the sexy
The
women,
international
and then how he
alcohol.
looks, and then how he's dressed up and
He does look
teeny
good, too.
shaking, not
Q,
scared.
the Q gadgets and all that.
Yeah, so I like that, but I really like Mission Impossible because it's such on a different spectrum.
Yeah.
It's not about the fancy cars.
Yeah.
It's more about like the gadgets and like the face,
The espionage.
and actually like fighting and all that.
I gotta go watch Protocol in 3 again.
Do it,
Like
do it.
now.
So
Good stuff.
I agree. I love this movie, so
Yeah.
go watch
I
it.
might have to finish Rogue Nation as well.
Yeah, just give it a go.
Finished it. I got to the underwater part where he's trying to do something.
Oh, that's a good
that
scene. You
underwater
gotta keep
part.
going.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
keep
to
going.
rewatch. I'm gonna have to watch it
scene.
again.
I only watched it one. That
I watched it.
Rogue Nation. That's the last one, right?
Yeah.
Rogue Nation. I did not.
I've seen it
I
two
did
times.
not. I did not hit her.
Yes, we brought that in. I did not.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I want to see that movie so bad. Not the room. The other one, Disaster Artist.
Disaster Artist?
What was I saying? God damn.
Rogue Nation you only saw once.
Rogue Nation. I did not. I did not make an effort to go see it in the theater, even though I
Me
really
neither.
wanted to see it. But it just kind of left, like it left my interest really quick. So I saw it, I think, like on Hulu. But then I half-assed saw it. Like I just kind of put it on the background so I could say that I saw it. But
Oh, yeah, me too.
but I remember the plane scene like was the biggest scene that
Yeah, that was
they
cool.
were
Yeah.
always showing. So I don't know.
Protocol
I'm
was so
excited
good.
for this one. I want to watch Fallout and all that.
Yeah,
but
I'm
Venom,
in.
Mission Impossible, and
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
I'm
That's the
holding
one
out for Venom. That's the main one I want to see. Forget everything
Man,
else.
can you imagine? And then
the
the
funny
logo comes
commercials.
up. The Venom logo.
I want to see the logo because they've been like they don't show anything.
Yeah. No, they haven't.
Which you love though. So
What?
which is good for you. They don't show you shit.
Yeah.
No, but like a logo.
I've been
at
trying to
least?
black out lately.
They show those shirts.
But even the shirt though is
No,
not.
they haven't shown really nothing at all.
Yeah, even the shirt is not even really one of
We
those.
are
There's a
things.
piece of concept art out there. I don't know if that's even real.
Yeah, you don't even know if that's. We were sharing that,
Yeah.
so we don't even know if that's real. But that is our show, ladies and gentlemen, and nerds and geeks, and all you guys. I think this might have been one of our longer shows.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are still with us towards the end. Hopefully you guys like this. If you don't like it, please share it with us. Where, Sonny?
Well, you can find us on YouTube at 3 Nerds on a Sunday, I believe.
Frank, where else can they find us?
Facebook, we have a lot of activity there. That's probably where the biggest social presence is right now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of posts, a lot of interactions, so we're trying to put things on there. We reference the show and drop a lot of hints about nerd outs.
Yeah, so we actually start posting stuff. So I start scanning the web. Most of the time, you'll see me start posting stuff, and then you'll see Frank and Sonny comment. Frank sometimes will post stuff, so we're very, very active on there. And then you could also find us on 3 Nerds on a Sunday at on Twitter at 3 Nerds on a Sunday, and then we'll kind of expand from there. Like if you kind of find our Snapchats, you'll see us Snapchat sometimes about the stuff. We haven't done an Instagram page yet, but maybe we will if you guys really want us to do it.
Let us know.
I think Frank wants to do like a Peter Parker thing and do Instagram, but whatever. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Hopefully now you could probably enjoy Star Wars a little bit better. And just let me know how I hosted. You know, this was pretty fun. I like that we get to try all of us hosting the shows and all that. We
Yeah.
can actually show our personality.
I think it's nice.
Hopefully a little bit better.
Or
than
lack
that.
of.
Or lack of personality. You're like the cool cucumber.
Yeah.
Cool cucumber. All right, guys, that is our show. Who are we, guys?
We are at 3 Nerds on a Sunday.
Woo-woo! Later, guys.